You're listening to the Boxing Coalition.
And it just broke the guy's heart. The guy had nothing left, and he knew he couldn't last another 4 or 5 rounds.
Ricky Wars just smashed his soul.
What it is, let's get it.
Fuck that, this your destiny, nigga. You hear me?
Let's get it.
Go kick his motherfucker.
Get that motherfucker in.
What's easy to do it? Little step back, bang, bang, bang. Little step back, bang, bang.
Bang, 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 bang. Try and stop it. Bang, bang. Here I come. Bang. You want to throw sometime? Bang.
Body shot. Boom, 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 boom. And go to the body. Kill that body. You took his nuts, now you gotta take his heart.
Yeah, take his whole soul away.
Yeah, get out of here, Gail. I'll see you later. Might still move credible. Get out of here.
He was higher than a motherfucker. I'll tell you, he was stoned as fuck.
No, it's only a majority decision if there was an even score. There's no even score here. You're an official, right? You're an official of the state. Well, then you don't understand how to score.
Oh, my God. Unbelievable. The crowd here on Fuego.
He's ready to be whooped, man. He's ready to be whooped. He's ready to be whooped.
Costa has stopped it. Wow. That is going to be controversial.
But you really liked to stand toe-to-toe with him in the 12th round, even if you thought you won the fight.
It was on.
Did you like that? I love you.
Hello, and welcome to the Boxing Coalition, a place to discuss anything boxing. We have a rotating panel of hosts that consist of Kimo, Mao Alpha, Cam, Daniel Lim, and MV Chu. If you want to have your say, call in on Skype. Just add Box Coalition and get involved in the show.
Welcome, everybody. This is Good Show. This is Big Drama Show. With me, I've got Cam, MV Chu. Good Friday to you.
What's up, Kimo?
How's it going, boys?
Chilling. Looking forward to Saturday. Some big fights, but obviously Lucas versus Ruslan is the headliner.
Lucas. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Cam, you've been saying a lot lately that the year's been pretty shit, right? So this should hopefully bring a huge shift into the spectrum, don't you think?
I cannot see how this won't be a good fight. I can't see that Lucas is going to just go on the back foot and use a jab and just use lateral movement. This is going to be a war. I'm sure bookies are taking bets on how much blood they're going to lose.
He's slick though? No, he's not slick, man. No, I agree, man. And I actually think that most of that is due to Provodnikov, because that guy has never bitched out of any fights. You know, like the worst thing he's ever done is gas out and not throw any punches, but he's never, ever not like just sold out and didn't go balls to the wall in any fight. Lucas is able to box, but the way these two styles mesh, it's just going to be a fucking war. I don't think it can disappoint. I really, really cannot imagine it. What do you think, Chu?
Yeah, I think Lucas Matthysse is going to win. I've flip-flopped more times than any other on this fight. Last week I was picking Ruslan. This week I'm picking Lucas. I think it'll be a great fight. And this year needs a good fight, so let's hope it's a classic.
Chu, Kimo, you guys seen it being a long fight? I've just got a gut feeling that it'll be like 3 or 4 rounds.
That largely depends on how the fight's going to go. I do see there's a possibility that Ruslan fucks him up and gets him out of there, in the first few rounds.
Yeah.
Because that's when he's at his best. I'm picking Matthysse, obviously, because I've been riding that bandwagon since fucking the Zab Judah fight. But I mean, there is a chance, man. I mean, Lucas can be hurt, and Provodnikov does punch hard, but I don't have a lot of faith in him finishing a guy off. He's not very good at that. He does have aggression, he does have a killer instinct, but when it comes to actually being smart about finishing an opponent, I think there's like severe difficulties with him. He really starts swinging. He forgets about his jab, if he ever had one, because he doesn't. But And he seems to really tense up his body that causes him to gas out really, really quickly. Because you saw it with Algieri. Like, within 2-3 rounds, the whole activity was gone. And he just spends chasing a guy down with his hands a little bit too low and gets punched in the face. So if Lucas, and I could also see Lucas landing something big and knocking him out. I mean, that could also happen. Or busting his face up completely and being stopped due to cuts. But I think if Lucas survives like the first 3 rounds, or at least is in there in decent shape, he will definitely win the fight. But decision, yeah, I don't see it either.
Yeah, I can't see Ruslan getting stopped. I can see the latter, what you mentioned about maybe his face bruising up and really bad cuts, but I don't know. Ruslan's face to me looks like it's made out of metal. Like, you have to take a grinder to that just to fucking do some damage.
You know what I've noticed? He doesn't have a neck. Like, what the fuck's your neck, man? Your shoulders are fucking, like, just merged
it's in his chin.
I know, Neil, it's just his shoulders are, like, right next to his chin, like, what the fuck?
He's built like a Flintstones character, man.
Yeah, he's kind of like Brandon Rios in a way. I think Brandon Rios, like, if people talk about his chin, but he's just got, like, a funny neck.
He's got, like, hunched shoulders, though. He's a little bit different.
Yeah, but Ruslan, I think, it's tough to crack his chin because his chin's always tucked, for the most part. So I think when I was watching the Bradley fight, Bradley landed some good uppercuts to him. Herrera kind of kept on off him with a jab. I think if Lucas can do the same, like employ his jab, try to get the uppercut to pop his chin in the air and catch him with a hook. I think Lucas can knock him out, but it's going to be a fucking hell of a task because to do it, he's going to have to get inside. I don't think he can kind of box at range. I think Provodnikov's right hand is like a fucking beast of a right hand. So's Lucas is actually. Man, it's a 50-50 fight. Fuck, I have no idea who's going to win.
What Matthysse really wants to do is he wants to push Ruslan back and make him fire over Lucas. Like the way he did against Molina. Molina was throwing his shots so wide that Matthysse was able to throw a jab, duck right under the big shot that Molina was throwing, and then basically bum rush Molina and shorten his shots up. Because Provodnikov doesn't shorten his shots up quite as well, I think, as Matthysse does.
I think his right hand's quite short.
I mean, he somewhat, yeah, but I think you could still duck under it. I think Bradley was able to duck under it a few times, and actually Herrera too. And I think Matthysse could do the same thing. But the thing is, if he throws Provo off with the jab first, I think he'll be able to time that swing from Provo before he gets inside.
So
I think it'll go right over his head. He actually did it against Danny a few times too. He was able to time Danny's left hook. He threw the jab at Danny. Danny threw the left hook, and he was able to at least take some of the steam off of it by ducking almost completely under it.
So you picking Lucas then, Nota?
Yeah, I favor him right now. Yeah. For a little while, I was favoring Provo, but I think Mathisse's his overall variability is what really, really helps him. He can switch it up. He did it against Molina. I think if he would have fought the exact same way against Molina the entire time as the way he started out, just trying to bomb him out of there at like toe-to-toe range, he would have got knocked the fuck out. But because he adjusted, he was able to batter him.
Drew, let me ask you something, man. I mean, you're saying that you don't see a knockout. What about knockout by body punch, man? Because we've seen Provo get hurt to the body. And Lucas, if he commits to it, is a vicious fucking body puncher.
Yeah, I agree with you, actually. I think the body shots will be key to both guys. I think both of them are underrated in that department. But I don't know, man. I think when you invest in the body, you're kind of open to shit. Like, it's a risk to go to the body, so I think the guys carry so much power that they're both going to kind of be cautious at the beginning. I think people are expecting like a war right from bell one. I don't think that'll be the case. I think it will eventually settle into that, but at the beginning it'll be like a chess match, and I can see a late stoppage maybe, but I definitely don't see a early stoppage. And yeah, if it does happen, it'll probably be a body shot. I think Lucas can knock him out to the body for sure. I think he's the better body punchers of the two, but both of them have got good body shots.
I agree, actually, and Provodnikov's body shots are fantastic. If you look at it when he actually uses it, like in the Alvarado fight, they've got some range on them as well, man. Like, he really stabs those fucking hooks into the liver, and the problem with him is he never throws them. As soon as he has a guy hurt, he forgets all about it, man. He starts headhunting like crazy. I might call him actually one of the worst headhunters in boxing, man. He really, really forgets about that shit.
Yeah, and another thing, he's quite he doesn't have a jab.
Yeah.
In the fights I've been watching, his jab is nowhere. He's got a good left hook, but he doesn't really have a jab. He doesn't know how to set himself up with other punches. You know, it's just right hand, left hook, right hand, left hook, left hook, right hand. And I don't really see an uppercut. Like, I know he probably does, but like, I've been watching these fights pretty much all of today, and I don't really see an uppercut there either. So, and I think Matthysse has just got the better punch variety. He's got he's got a good uppercut. He's got good body punches, good right hand, good left hook. He's got a kind of wide left hook as well. Like, he's got a short left hook, and he's got the kind of open glove Joe Calzaghe kind of slap wide left hook. He's got everything, man. I'm surprised. Like, I've been listening to all of our podcasts, and everyone's kind of picking Ruslan there. I think it's just that hairline. You know, he's got that. He's just got a kind of look about him. Like, fucking hell, you look. I don't know what he would be doing if he wasn't boxing, man. He looks like a fucking killer. Like, he looks like Golem. But I think Matthysse should win this fight. Just on pure boxing ability, he should win.
I don't know why everybody's picking Provodnikov, to be honest, and I could also pull like a BoxRec Ness and just say, who the fuck has he beat? You know? Because honestly, who the fuck has Ruslan really beaten? Yeah, I'll wait. You know? Can anybody give me a name?
He beat the legend, Jose Luis Castillo. I mean, legendary, baby.
Shotter than a shot. Yeah.
And it took him 5 rounds to do that.
Yeah, as well, actually. It's quite impressive from Castillo. But, like, Herrera, who has he beaten, man?
Herrera got a decision, but I thought he beat Herrera. Timothy Bradley, I think that was a toss-a-coin fight as well. I think Bradley probably just edged it, but that was a very, very close fight against a Hall of Fame fighter. So, I would actually say that over the two fighters' resumes, Provodnikov's been in with the better guys. But
what?
Oh,
why? I mean, just because he was in a war with Bradley?
Herrera.
Well, yeah, you're fucking rating Herrera.
I'd rate Bradley and Herrera over the guys that Matthysse has beat. But the thing is, I mean, he didn't beat him. Provodnikov, I guess you could make an argument for him in those two fights, but they were still close as shit, and he was getting outboxed badly in throughout both of those fights.
I mean, a concussed Bradley was still outboxing him, several times. So, I mean, we can say the same thing.
I mean, the thing is, Algieri to me is basically like the exact same style as Lamont Peterson. I mean, or very similar anyway. If you throw Matthysse in there with Algieri, he switches up and he knocks Algieri the fuck out of there.
Oh yeah, he destroys him. He knows how to deal with boxers, man. And even though he didn't get the decision, for example, for Alexander or for Judah, I mean, personally, I thought he won those fights. The Judah, I can kind of see the argument, but I definitely think he beat Alexander, for example.
Yeah, he beat Judah, he beat Alexander, but these guys aren't better than Herrera or Bradley, or even Alvarado. So,
what?
Well, I mean, if you're comparing
Alvarado, if you're fucking serious,
if you're comparing them to when at the time when each of them were fought by both of the guys, I'd say they're actually not too far apart. To be honest with you. I mean, let's be fair with the whole Bradley thing. Bradley was basically coming off of like some kind of like weird depression and a really terrible weight loss camp, essentially. And he went out there trying to knock Provodnikov out, which is about as inadvisable a thing that you could imagine.
I mean, it's a boxing match. It's not like a psychiatrist's chair.
No, I get that, but it still matters. It still matters. It's kind of like, the Provodnikov that fought Castillo. Castillo, certainly wasn't the fucking guy that went to war with Corrales and gave Mayweather hell.
It's not something to laugh at, but why the fuck would you do that? You come through a depression and just like, oh man, fuck it, I'm going to go to war with this guy. I think,
I think when you have traumatic life experiences, then, it makes you do funny things.
Yeah, you want more. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, it's like Mao was saying it. Mao saying in the chat, Bradley was trying to prove something.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
Yeah, we can't really judge, what a fighter goes through in his head when he enters the ring, Like, I'm pretty sure we weren't the only ones that were surprised by this. Even his trainer, was fucking yelling at him like, dude, what the hell are you doing? He might have just thought, fuck it, like in the middle of the fight and just went for it. I mean, we don't really know, but at the end of the day, when he put his mind to it and when he started boxing, he always gave him problems, and everybody gives Ruslan problems, man. I mean, I don't know anything about U.S. gyms or whatever, but I heard Lim as well say that everybody was giving Ruslan the business that had a little bit of boxing skill in the wild card, And if that's true, I would not be surprised. I really would not, because he just lacks certain fundamentals. Like, throw a fucking jab, man. I don't understand why he doesn't do that. And I don't want to sound like I'm hating on the guy, but if he would just operate behind the jab, he would have so much more success and more consistent body punching, but he doesn't do it. And I think it's mostly just in his head. And I think that's going to be his downfall, because Matthysse, everybody calls him a brawler, but he is a clever fighter, man.
Well, I think some of it...
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think some of it might be his stamina, too, because he guesses out pretty bad after a few rounds. It's like he takes another 2 or 3 to catch a second win. So, I mean, if he's expeditious with his punches, I think that's probably largely to do with the fact that he's winding up for each one to be powerful, but he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to waste any movement on something that's light.
No, but Nota, for example, that KO from, what's the guy's name? Mike Dallas Jr., Lucas Matthysse.
Yeah.
Like, that was some skillful shit, man. That counter right hand he threw. It up. Yeah. Oh my God, man. That was, like, I would never see Ruslan do anything like that.
That was like Mayweather-esque.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah, well, actually, it reminds me of a knockout that Linares had about a year ago. He knocked I forgot what the guy's name was out, but it's like he threw the jab landed short. He just kind of leaned back and then fucking threw the right, and the guy's right hand missed, and then Linares landed his right hand and knocked him clean out on his face.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot and brutal as well. He just knocked him out stone cold.
Yep.
Yo, let me get King J's opinion.
Long live the king of all kings, and we say, long live the king! Long live the king!
Yo, what up? What's going on? Kimo special in this bitch.
What's Gucci?
What's Gucci, though? Hey, quick question. Can you guys hear that? I'm in the semi, but it's quiet. It's not loud.
Nah, it sounds pretty quiet.
Nah, it's fine.
All right. I'm going with Matthysse, man. I'm going with Matthysse.
Pretty boy gang.
Yeah, you already know. Except this one. I don't know about Matthysse being pretty, but fuck it. We'll let him, because Ruslan's uglier than his ass. The only thing you're going to hear after Matthysse knocks Ruslan out is him saying, Mama! And he looks at his mom. Remember when he won?
Wow.
Remember when he won and he yelled that shit?
And then the audience finally clicks, like, that's where Ruslan gets his looks from.
That's fucked up, too. Oh, too. Oh, man. Yeah, man, I'm going Matthysse, man. The reason he gasses out a lot now, so you hit it right in the button, man, is just that, dude, every punch this man throws to knock you out. Like, there's not a punch where he'll throw a jab to set up a right hand, or a feint, nothing. Like every punch he throws, he's literally trying to knock your fucking head off. And I think Lucas can honestly get him, man. Like I see the way I see the fight, I see Lucas going down, but I see him like adjusting a little, and once he throws a feint, that fucking vicious body punch, man. A vicious body punch or a fucking knockout, man. Because they both have power, but I feel that Ruslan has that power, where each fucking punch hurts, and Matthysse has that one hit, one knockout power.
Yeah.
That's the way I see that, man. And heart, I don't think you can fucking, there's no debate in this. They both have heart, right? Both of them are willing to die in the fucking ring, so I think it's going to be a fucking great fight, man. If this and Chavez is on at the same time, I feel bad for the Mexican brother, man, but I'm fucking watching Matthysse.
But King J, can I just play devil's advocate here?
Yeah.
See, you say both of them had heart, but do you not think that Danny Garcia made Lucas Matthysse bitch out a little bit in their fight?
I disagree.
I don't think Ruslan would have kind of took a backward step like Lucas was taking. You know what I mean?
No, not at all, man, because I just think that was a fight that Matthysse wasn't really ready for that, because I think that if he would have took some part of him, like a lot of people are saying, I mean, yeah, it's Molina and Dallas Jr., but, he still looked fucking good. He looked just like the man that fought before he fought Danny Garcia. I just don't think he was prepared for that type of level, not of the opposition he was fighting, but the big stage, man.
You mean the guy who lost to Zab Judah?
Hello?
The guy who lost to Zab Judah, that Lucas Matthysse?
Yeah.
I think Jay dropped.
Nah, but he beat Zab Judah though, Kev.
I don't know, man. That was in the Prudential, the Rock, or whatever it was in Jersey. The King of Brooklyn.
He dropped him.
I had Zab by 1 point.
What?
I had Zab by 1 point, but he definitely beat Alexander though. That was a robbery.
Yeah, the Alexander fight was bad.
And it was a 10-rounder, the Alexander special.
Sorry, before KH gives his opinion, man, I just want to quickly react to that, Chew, because Lim has been saying this shit as well over the last few weeks, and I disagree with it, man. I mean, I don't know what the fuck you guys were watching, but I saw Lucas swinging for the fences in the last few rounds against Danny Garcia. Yeah, he had trouble getting on the inside a lot of times because Danny was outboxing him, and it did seem like he was tentative, but his eye was fucking closed. And he was pressing the attack, man. He even knocked Danny's mouthpiece out.
He was still trying. He just wasn't having as much consistent success as he had been earlier in the fight.
Yeah, but he was trying, man. I mean, I don't know why people say that he lacks heart or whatever. I mean, look how he came back with Molina. Look how he was trying against Danny.
Yep. Yeah, I agree there. I don't think he lacks heart.
That different kind of heart. I'm not saying he's not like. Well, basically, look how fucking Lamont Peterson. This is triangle theory, but Lucas Matthysse blow out Lamont Peterson in 3 rounds. All right, so I think Lamont Peterson, having watched the last fight against Danny Garcia, he's on the same level as Danny Garcia at least. And Lucas just killed him.
I think it's
basically he underperformed.
The thing is, I wouldn't call
underperformed against Danny.
I wouldn't call it a matter of heart necessarily, though. I'd call it more a matter of frustration. I think he was frustrated against Danny, and so he was just swinging. He was just swinging. He kind of turned into Provodnikov a little bit. He became a little more predictable, but he was just trying to land that one big shot to get himself back into the fight and footy.
I mean,
sorry, King, on you go.
Can we agree that my bad, my kid FaceTimed me. Can we agree that Lamont Peterson looked as good, and I know. Against Matthysse, he was only in there fucking 3 rounds because by then the blueprint was already out on how to beat Danny Garcia. If Lamont would have went in there against Danny Garcia when Matthysse went in there, you would have not got the same result. Because you can literally tell they studied the shit out of Danny Garcia. It's not like Danny Garcia. I mean, Lamont Peterson went in there and just took it round by round. That was not the case. He already had a game plan for him.
Yep. The thing is, I'm not saying that he's not brave in the sense that like he's bleeding and he's trying. You know, he's got a swollen eye and he's trying. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he deviated from the game plan because he was losing. That kind of hurt. He was unraveling mentally. So I think if he's like behind on the scorecards, what's he going to do? Is he going to stick to the game plan, or is he just going to start swinging wild punches?
Well, what did he do against Molina when he was behind on the scorecards?
Oh, but that's Molina, though.
Exactly. That's John Molina.
A very similar
Yeah, and who
style
the
to
fuck is Provodnikov? And who the fuck is Provodnikov?
They're almost the exact same style, except for Provodnikov throws his shots a little bit shorter. But they both wing like a motherfucker.
Provodnikov would kill John Molina.
The style is still similar. That's like saying that Joe Frazier would kill someone.
Yeah, he would.
I mean,
He would kill him, but if Molina gets him, just like he got Matthysse, he's going down too.
I don't think Molina fights anything like Provodnikov. Provodnikov throws a lot more punches, a lot more inside. Like, I don't know. I think Molina just throws one whipping wild right hand and hopes to land it. And Lucas was, I guess, dumb enough to be in the way of it.
I agree with Kev. I agree with Kev.
I mean, Provodnikov throws more punches, sure, but they come at almost the exact same angle. That's what I was saying before. I think Matthysse can fucking time that shit.
Provodnikov throws a lot of left hands, though. He throws a lot of left hooks, a lot of left. I don't know. I don't think Molina throws that. But who do you think has more power? You think Molina or Provodnikov?
I'd put him on about equal level, but I mean Provodnikov, the fact that he throws so many more makes him more dangerous at any time. Sure.
But wouldn't you say that Molina has more like a one punch type of knockout power?
Yeah. Why? Because he dropped Mickey Bay?
At least he dropped somebody with one punch. At least he's done that.
Provodnikov did that to Bradley, except Bradley's just got balls of a champ, man.
No, he didn't. He didn't knock him out.
He concussed the shit out of him, man. He had him laid
Bradley's
out
been dropped a lot of times, man. Come on.
Yeah, Kendall Holt concussed the shit out of him, too.
And Mickey Bay is a fucking steel chin, granite chin.
Yeah.
Hank Lundy's got a great gas tank, too. I mean, like, come on, man. Fuck Molina.
But at least he's knocked somebody out with one punch.
Period.
I mean, whether you like him or not, the styles are still similar.
Nah, Neota. They've got power. They've both got power.
Hey, but
you're embarrassing yourself, Neota. I wrote the article.
Riptio.
What is in it? They put gauze in their pads, Neota.
Hey, but what do you guys think? If they both come forward, man, and they go all out, I honestly think Matthysse is going to get the better outcome, man, out of that one. Because if they're both swinging to hit each other, we know who's going to have that knockout power and who's not.
Yep.
Exactly. And Matthysse is more patient.
When have you ever seen Ruslan knock someone out like Matthysse knocked out that Dallas Jr. guy?
He hasn't.
Well, or Matthysse made Roberto Ortiz bitch out and fucking fold 2 rounds.
Folded like a deck chair.
Yeah. The supposed puncher, right, Chu?
Yo, man, it's this dude. Just look at that. Just the other day, I was watching that knockout on Lamont. Holy fuck, dude. I was watching it on my TV. I turned the surround sound up just to hear that shit. It just sounds like someone stumped their foot on the ground.
It's brutal.
I think if Lucas could take Provodnikov's power, he should be able to win, though, right? Because he's got the more diverse offense skill set, and he's able to do a lot more.
Well, one of the things that he's able to do is he was able to roll with punches.
Yeah. Yo, does anybody know what size the ring is? I don't know. Verona's probably can't be a big place, the Turner Rock Casino, so I doubt
it's smart
to
standard 2020.
It'd be smart if they made it an 18-incher. Make that shit like Broner's Cincinnati.
No, like that Kirkland and Wolf gym.
From Broner's walking on the DWI tape, I know why he's in the small rings now. He's struggling with that shit.
Just takes 2 steps and he's on the rope.
Yo, Kev, that walk that he did, man, when he got out of the car, that's exactly the same walk he did when he got dropped by Maidana. It's exactly the same.
You heard that, right?
It's so funny. It's so funny. It's exactly the same, man. I swear.
He's been scarred for life, man. That shit is muscle memory now.
Did they tell him to take 10 steps and he only took 9 or some shit? He only counted to 9 and then just turned around?
He did that little shake, with the shoulders as well. Like,
when he was walking towards the hood of the car, right? And he adjusted his pants and shit. I was like, this. He goes, yo, I'm rich and famous. I got money. I make millions of dollars.
He even threw that stinky leg as soon as he was about to sit on that stool.
What a boss.
Yo, he didn't want to give the cops his jewelry.
Well, who's got the video? I've not seen that.
We
TMZ
okay.
just put it out.
Oh yeah,
we okay.
Good.
Oh shit,
guys! Yeah, we got to post that in the chat.
Let me just get my boy Ari on.
I'm so happy, Ari. You've made me very happy. I hope you're happy too.
Do I look happy?
What's up, boys?
What's happening, Ari?
What up, Ari?
What up?
What's up, man?
Who you
I
picking,
need
man?
to see that Broner video as well, man. I ain't seen that yet.
Yo, who you picking though? Forget the Broner video. Who you picking?
Nah, man, don't forget the Broner video.
What's your scorecard?
You know what? I've been all the time. I'm still going Ruslan, man. But everyone seems to be going Matthysse. I was surprised because I don't trust Matthysse after that Molina fight. I don't know. It seems like he's a bit. I'm not gonna say his soul's gone, but like I'd say he might be walking with half a soul.
Just waiting for the other half to be taken.
Yeah,
half a soul.
Just 6 months, 6 rounds of a soul. The other 6 are gone.
that's what I think. I don't trust his chin.
Ari, do you think he's hiding glass?
No, I don't think he's hiding glass. I've seen him take big punches, but he might his chin might be on the decline. If you know what I mean. I don't know. I really want to go Ruslan, man. I think the later the fight goes, I think Matthysse is more vulnerable.
Yeah, but he's got the better stamina, man.
I don't know, man. I'm going with 6th round Ruslan.
Wow.
Well, what testing are they having? Are they testing for EPO? Is anybody asking these questions?
They're not?
I just didn't understand it.
Are they not testing? I just don't understand it.
I'm sorry, you softballed that one up with the stamina question, man. I had to go in. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to go back on mute, man. I'm laid out, bro. I got back issues.
Right.
Are they using Vada, though?
Hold on, Kevin.
I don't know. I definitely picked hot right about now.
Kev, you didn't even give your prediction, man.
My prediction?
Yeah, you didn't even give your prediction.
I knew that shit was coming. Clever Lane style.
Dead meat. Nah, I'm going with Ruslan. I just, because Danny Lim sabotaged me. If I lose, I'm going to blame it on him. The same way I almost got sabotaged by Kimo into picking.
Wait, he been giving you that inside info or what?
Oh, he was the one telling me about, Matthysse not reacting well when he gets hit hard, and I went back and watched a couple of clips and convinced myself that Lim was right. So,
Kev, when are you gonna let this Angulo thing go, man?
What's up?
When are you gonna let this Angulo thing go, man? I mean, how long was that ago? Seriously.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. When you're broke, a couple $100 hurts when you be losing picks on Kimo knowledge, Yeah,
but I wasn't saying like you should go with my prediction, or was I?
Yeah,
nah, don't go with his prediction, Kev. He's fucking lying to you. He's trying to come up in the predictions league.
Yeah, that's what I think Ari's telling everybody Ruslan so he could turn around and take Lucas. So I don't know.
Yep.
Ari wants Hamada to go with Ruslan, man.
What's his Ari?
What's Ari's position now in the league, Cam?
You talk amongst yourself and I'll have a look.
Ari, he might have crept into the top 10 these days.
Yeah, I think he's creeping on us.
I told Ari he can't get on the KH though unless he gets in the top 10, because if he doesn't, it proves he don't know shit about boxing. That's
yeah,
it.
man, you've been dropping some good podcasts, bro.
Yeah,
Respect.
I was supposed to hit one today, but this is the Kimo special, and I'm laid out on the bed anyway, so I couldn't wait for this one.
Yo, Ari's in 7th position at the moment.
Yeah,
Damn,
see what he's
Ari
doing,
on the
see what he's
climb.
doing. See what he's doing.
Who's running with that first?
My boy Segura's dropped off, man. He's in 6th now, man, from being number 1 for so long.
Yeah. Ever since he started calling in, talking shit, he's been dropping, huh?
just like the real Segura, Giovanni.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. The real men hang out in like the 60th position over there, like 62, 63.
Yo, Kev, before you go, who you got for Crawford, Dulorme, and presume Crawford?
Yeah, but I got Crawford because I just think very highly of Crawford, and I think he's great, and I think he's going to be great for a couple of years. But I don't think it's an easy fight. I think it's going to be a tough fight the first 5 or 6 rounds, definitely. Dulorme's a handful, man. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, but I was worried about him making weight, and you know Garcia's gym always has issues with weight, but I guess he's not training with Garcia this camp, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, the rumor is he left. And when you leave one of the top gyms, it begs the question. I just don't understand it.
I just don't understand.
I don't understand. So I don't know. I think I think it's gonna be tough I think it's gonna be tough for a couple rounds. I just think Crawford's just better than a lot of people at 140. Pretty tough fight for a guy to come in and fight his first fight at 140 against a top like 10 big guy, right?
I think that's gonna be a real
I'd say
good
very
fight,
much
man.
so. I mean, just Dulorme's like simple, like fundamental 1-2 is like. I mean, he's been able to outbox the shit out of some guys with that.
Yo,
For about 7 rounds at least.
Yo, and Kev,
But that Lundy fight though, it looked like Lundy was coming on strong, and if it would have been a
Big
12-rounder, I think Lundy would have won it. So I think it'll be a tough fight early, and then Crawford's gonna pull away and outclass him.
and Kev, lastly, Chavez versus Fonfara.
Oh man, Chavez by robbery. No, I don't know.
By hook or by crook?
I think Chavez is going to win any way possible, and I think even more so now with the Kovalev fucking Kathy Duva debacle. I think Stevenson needs an opponent. Stevenson had bad ratings, and I think Stevenson Chavez is the big fight to come. So I think Chavez should beat him regardless. I don't know. People were posting stuff on Twitter the other day that he was, been working out in plastics basically already a week out. So if he has trouble making 175, this guy's going to have to create like a 182-pound weight class probably.
Well, wasn't it like 172, the catch weight for this fight?
I thought I don't know. I thought it was a regular light heavyweight limit.
It's 172.
It's 172?
Well, I mean, they could change it last minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was originally meant to be 170, and then they moved up to 172.
172.
Yeah, I could definitely see it being I could definitely be at 175 in the next couple hours. So, but I think I'm going to go with Chavez. But I think he should beat him easily. I mean, I just don't think Fonfara is that good. I think Fonfara, he had a decent showing against an underprepared and like underwhelming Adonis Stevenson, and people got a little hyped on him, and then Fonfara fought Dudu and didn't look that much better than Dudu. So, I mean, I don't think he's that good, and I think he's just brittle to the body. And if Chavez gets inside and starts ripping him to the body, he should have an easy way of it.
If the Chavez of the Lee fight comes in, only a bigger version, he's fucking Fonfara up.
Yeah,
I disagree with both of you guys. I disagree.
Goosen's got to get a W one of these days. I mean, right now he's just basically window dressing for the TV, rocking tight denim coats and picking up losses. So I think he's due for a W, man.
He stays winning with these Cougars at the bars. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so that's my picks, and I'm gonna be listening in, so I'll hear MV Shoe's disagreement.
All right, thanks, Kev.
Oh, Desmond actually already had the weigh-in for Crawford Dulorme.
I mean, me and Kev have talked about this on Twitter. I think Fonfara's talent-wise, he's not one of the best 5 light heavyweights, but resume-wise, he is. And I think he fucks Chavez up. I think Chavez Jr. is a guy who relies on his size to get better at people. And then he's at his natural weight class now. Let's see how he deals with that.
And MV2, I know I gave you shit for that for a while, but like the more and more like I tried arguing with you about it, and you really look at it, the top of the light heavyweight division, besides the top like 3 guys, everybody else is so unproven that, you know, he really is a top 5 guy when you really break down his resume.
I respect. Like I say, there's better fighters.
I admit when I'm wrong, Chew.
I mean, in this case, it could be argued either way, but I just think that Fonfara he's about the same level as Chavez, and he's the same size. It'll be fucking close as fuck, and I think Chavez Jr. is gonna struggle. He definitely doesn't knock him out. If Adonis Stevenson can't knock him out, I can't see Chavez Jr. doing it. Chavez Jr. can't even knock out that guy that Rosado knocked out.
Rivera.
Exactly. So how's he going to beat up a guy who's 2 inches tall and who's probably going to weigh more on the night? So
yeah, but that's the BKB champ, though, huh?
Gabe Rosado, a.k.a. the Brooklyn Brawler. Gabe Rosado, a.k.a. the Brooklyn Brawler of boxing.
AKA's got my shades on.
Mr. Gillette.
But go on.
With me? No, I'm done. I'm finished talking about.
Okay, I want to say I agree actually, and I'm picking Fonfara as well, man. I'm not gonna put his name in the prediction league though, because I can see a robbery coming. But yeah, dude, I gotta hedge that shit out. But I'm picking Fonfara, man. I think he's always relied on his fucking size with every fight that he's done, Chavez Jr. that is, and he's fucking slow. He's really plodding, and this is the first time he's fighting a guy that's actually his size, and I think it's the end of the line for him. Not to mention, when's the last time he fought? March 2014?
Yeah,
yeah, let me check. Brian Vera, March 2014. I mean, that's more than a year ago. I don't think it's going to happen, boys. What do you think?
Think about how many bowls of cereal he's had since that year.
Yeah, that's one year of preparation.
Well, at least it's not the Lukey special, having some pizza.
See, the thing is, like, if Chavez Jr. knocks him out, then he's
not going to knock him out.
He's legit, yeah, he's legit. And he should be fighting fucking Kovalev or something after that.
I know you mentioned Fonfara's size, and I hate to keep mentioning it, but I mean, just like 6 years ago, he's fighting at 154 and then started juicing to get up to 175. I mean, is he really a naturally big guy or just a tall guy?
Well, he did it right then, didn't he?
I mean, I can't knock it. Hit up that D-ball. Get that deck up in you.
Yo.
Well, I mean, you gotta think he had to have been a pretty skinny fucking welterweight, light middleweight. So.
Yeah, because he's tall, but he's scrawny, so I guess he filled into the body. I don't know.
Well, you got to think Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. started out at like 130, 135, but I mean that was when he was like 18, so kind of got.
That was before the cereal though.
My God.
Holy shit.
Ari, what's wrong with your mic, man? Sort it out.
Scrapping, testing.
You sound like LL Cool J on the walkie-talkie, man.
What about now?
Yeah, not much better, but we can hear you.
My internet's acting up.
Yeah, you sound like you're on a speakerphone, man.
Oh shit! All right, I'm gonna go to my 4G.
No, you sound good now.
Yeah, you sound good now, man.
Go for it.
No, that was before the cereal.
That joke was made like 1 minute ago, right?
I know, the energy just left that joke.
I didn't know if you heard it.
Good try, though.
Ari's after his Lucky Charms.
Yo, you lucky I didn't find a cricket soundbite.
My 2 pieces of Chavez versus Fonfara.
Yeah.
Before I was thinking Fonfara, but then I never saw that. I think it was Dudu, whoever he fought after Stevenson. He didn't look good, and you know who the judges are going to go with. But I don't know, actually. Maybe those were the Aram judges, and Heyman doesn't seem like he's paying off judges. So, but I still think Chavez' decision. I think he can work him on the inside. That's what I got. But I don't really give a shit about that fight, and I don't think anyone will be watching that fight live. We'll be catching that later.
Well,
On Sim for recording.
Are we no UK broadcasters picked that fight up, have they?
I don't know. Yeah, if Sky haven't, I guess not, because Box Nation have got Matthysse.
That's what DVRs and picture-in-picture are for.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Rumor is, with every large pie you buy at Pizza Hut, you get a free Fonfara and Chavez ticket. I don't know how true that is.
No, but that's what I'm saying. No, no broadcaster here has picked that fight up, so you couldn't even watch it, even within picture-in-picture.
For
Well, you can always watch it on the radio, Cam.
The radio.
Oh shit! Yo, Kimo.
Is there anything else we could do for you?
Yeah. Okay, we're obviously doing picks for Chavez Jr. against Fonfara. King J.
Order him up the upset special.
Oh, you already know. I'm taking Chavez by stoppage.
Pretty boy gang.
I'm gonna give it to myself. Yes, sir. I'm taking Chavez by stoppage, man.
Yeah, me and you, Jay.
Yeah,
What?
How the hell is he gonna stop him?
He's not gonna stop him.
Oh, he's picking by stoppage? I didn't even hear that. I just
He couldn't even stop Ferrer.
Yeah, exactly.
He couldn't stop Ferrer, and Stevenson couldn't stop Fonfara.
That doesn't mean anything.
That means a lot.
Ruslan didn't stop Bradley.
Stevenson couldn't stop Pika either.
That don't mean shit.
Bradley's never been stopped.
He's gonna stop him. You'll see, buddy. He's gonna stop him.
I just don't see it.
He's eating all wheat Cheerios. That shit don't fuck around. That's power, my man.
The nigga switched to Wheaties.
Yeah, he's stopping him. I think I used to think Fonfara was better, man. Just like Kev said, I think right now, and he didn't look that fucking good against against his opponent the other fight. So I don't know if the Stevenson fight was luck or I don't know, man. But nah, man, Chavez is gonna stop him because it's all planned already by Al Heyman. He's gonna beat him, then he's gonna fucking fight Stevenson, and he's gonna whoop Stevenson.
Yeah, but if that was really the plan, would they match him up with somebody like Fonfara?
Yeah. Listen to the name. Chavez versus Fonfara. I'm telling you. It's going to happen.
Well, that's the reason.
How is that an argument? I don't get it.
Well, no, because the whole
name is catchy,
the whole idea is they want to gauge where Chavez is at. This is his first Heyman fight. If all else fails, they'll throw him into the deep end against Stevenson. One of them will float, one of them will sink. And that's all there is to it.
Well, so he's skipping the 168 killer division.
Yeah.
Stevenson isn't harder than anybody at 168.
Yeah, but it's smart if he stayed at 168, isn't it? Instead of facing even bigger guys.
No, but he's going.
No one wants to fuck with the Eurobum division at 168, right?
Drying out to 168 might be bad for him too.
But he's going back to 168. He said he's only taking this fight to prepare, and then he's going back to 168.
I don't believe that, Jay. I think he's too big for the weight class, and he's gonna be drained even there.
Yeah, you might be right. I don't know, man. I'm picking Chavez by stoppage, and if I win, all you motherfuckers are getting crow.
Not me. I'm with you, man.
All right, well, we serving, baby.
Cam, what about you, man?
I don't know. I just think it's easy work for Chavez Jr. I've never rated Fonfara at all.
Yeah, but have you rated fucking Chavez?
No, but we got Denim Goosen behind him now,
Ah, come on. He's not even training at the gym.
Which means what? What does that mean?
AKA John Kreese.
Denim jackets.
Free denim jackets. You get shouted at in the morning.
I mean,
you get shouted at in the evening.
To throw out there, man, I just think that let's just say he didn't stop him. He's going to get the fucking decision, man, because there is no way Showtime's investing so much money in this guy that hasn't fought in a fucking year, and everyone knows he's not that great of a boxer. Dude, they did a special on him for this fucking fight for him to explain himself. I mean,
Did anyone see that special? I didn't even get around to watching it.
I did.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think Joe, I think he's a legit trainer, man. He's not taking any shit. I think he's got Chavez training well.
Why is he not training at the gym then?
Well, because he's secluded over there in fucking Lake Tahoe, probably to get away from all the people that, all the shit that he normally does and hangs around and everything. So it's an actual training camp, not, just I'm going to show up at the gym, a couple of times a day camp.
Goosen has the heating on in the gym. It's too hot in there.
Yeah. Plus, the Instagram videos he's
No, seriously
posting
though,
up,
like
he looks pretty
over
good.
there, it's the middle of fucking nowhere. There ain't shit for him to do. But train.
It's a good way. It's a good way to smoke weed. It's the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I don't buy it, man. I want to see him at the weigh-in, and then I'm. Can we still do that, Cam? Can we put in the prediction league picks in after the weigh-in?
Yep.
I'm gonna do that.
But listen,
you want to make sure you see him in draws before you analyze?
The weigh-in's going to be live on
Exactly.
Showtime too. So
if he shows up in pink ones, it's a
it's a wrap.
yeah, the weigh-in finna be live on Showtime in like 3 hours or something too. So.
All right.
Are we gonna have a Kimo special on the Floyd Mayweather preview after this show? After the Chavez fight?
Hopefully.
No doubt.
Damn, that'd be some shit.
Well, Kimo gone quiet, so I guess not.
We can also.
Another knockdown.
Kimo, when your boys want to drink at your house, yo, it's cool, we chill here, right? Yeah.
Anything related to Floyd, man, you're not gonna get my excitement.
Yeah, but
well, then you could watch the Mayweather Pacquiao at last, which is Jim Lampley detailing the 6-year journey of Floyd Mayweather being a ducking asshole because Jim Lampley, he's how big of a fan he is of Mayweather for an hour. So
if you cries, I'll watch.
You'd think Jim Lampley would like Mayweather more, considering how much in common they have. Like, both wife beaters. Both hate women. So fucking... I would expect Jim
allegedly.
Lampley to have a bit more...
Allegedly. Chew. Don't forget to use the word allegedly.
Nah, they were both in court for it.
No, he got charged.
Both guilty.
Oh, that's alright.
Both guilty.
Nah. Your boy Lampley wasn't guilty, bro.
Was he not?
He was guilty of violating a restraining order, so he got too close to her, but the investigation showed that he didn't beat her or something, which means he probably paid her off.
That's fucking smothering.
But he wasn't found guilty of the violence part. But that doesn't mean
apologize to Jim Lampley.
What?
Kev, how do you know this shit?
Yo, when you destroy Floyd Mayweather as much as I do for fucking woman beating, as soon as that shit came out with fucking Lampley, I got fucking like 18 million tweets about that shit. Your boy's a hypocrite, so I had to justify like, yo, he didn't actually hit her,
Bang, bang.
Got in her face.
Bang, bang.
he commentated on himself. Step back, bang, bang.
Yo, you should have read the police report. It sounded like a blow by blow.
Try and stop it. Bang.
What happened?
Bang, 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 bang.
Here I come, bitch.
Are you here to throw back? Bang, bang.
Lampley's smothering his own work.
And fucking
I gotta tell you something, Jim. I think that your work is a little bit too wild. You need to start shortening up your shots, and then you need to step in and really give it a go.
8 rounds to 2, and Jim Lampley.
I'm fucking
me speaking.
Reading the verdict, and he says he stepped back and bang, bang, bang. And you see fucking Lampley turn around like, yeah, fuck.
Lampley stalking this woman around the ring. Anyway,
he stalks her into the corner.
Yo, Kev.
He knows how to cut off.
Yo, Kev. Kev.
Yo, Nota, that bitch knows how to spell Lampley.
Lampley.
All right, yo, Kev. Yo,
we'll
Kev.
never get on the fake game now.
Kev.
I guess I'll withdraw that request for a Lampley interview.
Yeah, I think you'll deny that. But Kev, before I get my one, just quickly regarding, you're the guy to go to with TV figures. So, do you think Showtime are going to get crushed this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see how they don't. Even when Showtime has been like I mentioned Khan that one time getting beat in the ratings. So, I think that they'll probably get crushed, but who knows? I mean, I don't see them pulling more than like 300,000 if they're going to be going up against Ruslan and them. I'm looking at them getting like those Adonis Stevenson versus Dinzurk or whoever the fuck he fought, and he got like 380,000 or something like that.
Yeah. You a hater?
Yeah, you a hater.
It's free TV.
Whatever. Whatever.
No, it's content.
Why'd you say free TV?
It's
content.
I agree with Kev, man, because just the fact that everybody's already calling it fight of the year, and no one's even giving a shit about Chavez. I mean,
it's rock'em sock'em though.
Me personally, if they come out at the same time,
Provodnikov,
Provodnikov.
Shit.
You know the dude from the UK, right? He's from Ukraine.
Yo, King J, you were gonna say something?
No, I'm just saying, like, if me personally, if they're on at the same time, I'm DVRing the Chavez fight, man. I'm not no way I'm missing the Matthysse.
I think DVR does work for ratings, though. Actually, it counts as a live rating when they do the final numbers. That's why you see that's why you see like a difference between the overnight numbers and the whatever.
Probably like the same with the peak and all that shit too.
Yeah,
like, people sitting hitting record or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a bad fight. If that fight was on another weekend, like I like Chavez. I think he's much watched TV to me. Like he's a fucking, I don't know. He's like a sitcom. You never know what's gonna happen with him.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let me get to Mal because he's got terrible feedback.
Argentina, vamos, la concha su madre.
How are you, man?
What's happening, Mal?
Man.
What up?
How are you?
I'm fucking good, man. Good to talk to you finally. How's it going?
Everything fine, man. I'm at work in a little office, so sorry for the background noise, but, I'm kind of hidden, you can say that. Anyways, what are your picks for the Matthysse fight? I know that Kimo is picking Matthysse, obviously, but... And now Tattoo, right?
Yep.
But I'm not so sure about MV2.
Nah, man, I've changed my mind. I'm picking Matthysse.
That's KH though, man. He's manipulating people.
Well, the one good thing you guys got to remember is Freddie Roach ain't in Ruslan's corner, and Ruslan performs better without the joke coach Roach in there. Huh?
That's actually true. On. Marvin Samodio.
He's got Marvin.
Done better. Yeah.
You're saying that because the fight that he won against Alvarado, but his best performance actually was against Bradley, and Roach was in that fight. So I not understand why you're hyping Samodio.
Was Roach there for Bradley?
Yeah.
Well,
Roach
was.
But
Roach
he
was training a bunch of other people too. He was still training a bunch of other people.
No, he was there. He wanted to stop the fight. Remember?
That destroys my argument, bro.
Yeah, but I don't understand why it's like you have some type of insight about his relation with Samodio, and I don't understand that. I think that just because he won against Alvarado and Samodio was there, people think that he kind of understands.
I could have been in the corner versus Alvarado, and he would have won probably.
Exactly. You said it better. But anyways, it's going to be a great fight, man. I just hope that Matthysse pulls out the win, and I don't know. I kind of expect that it goes the full 12 rounds because I think that it will be, more of a memorable fight in that way, and not in the same way that Rios and Alvarado was. It was a great fight, but it lasted only 6 or 5 rounds. I don't remember. So I don't know. I think that Provo, he kind of gasses, and Matthysse actually has a very good stamina. We saw it in the Molina fight. The guy was throwing a lot of shots. But Provo is always a menace. He always finds a way to hurt the other guy. So it's going to be an incredible fight. And I think that after this fight, I don't know if it's going to be a second one, but I think both fighters are not going to be the same again.
That's a good point, man. Because they might take some really severe damage in this fight.
And especially
does Matthysse train in Argentina?
Yeah, he trained here. But
so has there been good hype for this? People getting pumped?
How you say that? Sorry?
Has there been a lot of hype down there for this fight? Are people fired up? Is it noticed? Or,
I'm not so sure because, he's not the most popular guy. He's not the guy that, talks a lot and, draws a lot of people. So, especially in his last fight. No, his last fight, no. But his fight against Molina, it wasn't, even, it was not broadcast in TV almost because you have to have satellite TV, so it was a great fight and not a lot of people were able to see him. So, there's not a lot of hype, but between the hardcore fans or the fans that like boxing, there's a lot of hype for that fight. I don't think that, Matthysse suddenly becomes popular or something like that because especially he's fighting outside, he's not fighting here. I think that boxers that fight here, have more of a fan base. But anyways, what I wanted to say about Provo, I'm worried about him because he's like Brandon Rios, he's always taking so much punishment and he doesn't care. But the difference with Brandon is that he actually, all this punishment that he takes pass up his face. We can see him that he's, swallow, he gets cut and a lot of things. So I don't know. Provo, it seems to go through a rampage of fights where he's taking a lot of punishment. And, even he's a very fun fighter to watch. I don't know how much his career can last, especially after fighting Matthysse, that's a big puncher. I don't know if they can make a fight next with Lamont Peterson or Danny Garcia or whoever you want. Either of the fighters, definitely dishes some punch. So I don't know, man. I think that he needs to. I know he cannot change. Freddie or Marvin will not be able to change the way that he fights, but he needs to do something because he takes a lot of punches, and that will definitely be something that he will regret in the future.
Well, you always see it with these type of brawlers, though, right, Mao? I mean, they always have short careers. I think Rios, for example, is already done. Like, he can still do some decent fights or whatever, but he's already on the decline. If you take that amount of punishment, it's just only a matter of time before it takes it out of you, and you're just not the same guy anymore. So, and we could have the problem with both of them, man, Matthysse and Provo. Are you nervous though, Mao? Are you like as pumped as you were for the Garcia Matthysse fight or not?
Yeah, man, I'm shooting bricks. Especially last night, I had a nightmare. I thought that Provo was going to knock out Matthysse in 5 rounds. So I wake up like saying, "No, man, I am." See, when you get up from a dream and you don't know if you're actually that's true or you dream about it. Well, yeah. I was in that position, but yeah, I think that even though I would like to Matthysse to win, I think that's a very competitive fight, and I know that if you're a neutral fan, like you don't like this guy more than the other or discuss one guy more than the other, if you're that type of fan, you're gonna have an incredible fight. You're gonna watch an incredible fight.
Malcolm.
And I don't know. I think, yeah. Sorry. I'm on Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi here is not very good.
No, it's okay. But, I just want to ask you a quick question, Mal. Is this fight? How's it being aired? This fight, is it on normal TV? Is it satellite TV in Argentina?
No, it's going to be broadcast by cable. So you at least have to have cable, and a lot of people here have it. But for example, when Sergio Martinez was fighting or Maidana was fighting against Mayweather, that was on national TV. So everybody, in every part of the country was able to watch that fight if they wanted. So I think that Matthysse is not at the same level yet.
Yeah, he needs to score a big knockout and get on national TV down there. Man.
Yeah, but especially Maidana is the same type of fighter. I think that what made Maidana so popular here was the fact that he fought against a guy that, had this personality that thought that he was going to be the next Mayweather. So I think that, that was what made Maidana so big, because, in all the news appear Broner and Maidana was like the good guy that shut up Broner. So that was more of a new, for all the media and all the TV shows that doesn't necessarily talk about boxing. Instead, with Matthysse, you have Provo, that it's a great fighter. It's a very humble guy, and everybody likes him. So
and it's not the same kind of upset of the year type deal that Maidana was with.
Exactly,
Broner.
you said
it wasn't the upset of the year, but it was at least in the running for it, and it was the way he did it too.
Exactly. I mean, who was picking Maidana? I was picking Broner. I wanted Maidana to win, but at that time we thought that Broner was really a different thing, and he showed us that he wasn't ready for that weight class, and maybe he wasn't as good as we thought that he was.
Lucas.
Your mouth. I think Lucas knocks him out, but you tweeted me last week and you said that you think Lucas took Danny Garcia's soul.
Yes.
So did you see that fight last week?
Yeah,
Danny
I saw
Garcia?
it.
Yeah. What do you think of that fight?
And I think that it was a good fight, but I think Lamont took the right approach. I mean, we always saw Lamont getting dropped in the early rounds against Amir Khan, against Victor Ortiz, against Matthysse. I mean, he's definitely a guy that needs to, gain confidence throughout the fight, and he did it, and I think that it worked for him. I don't know if he won the fight or he didn't, but I think that the strategy, it was good. Maybe it could have been adjusted, but, he was the guy that was dishing the punishment. And Danny Garcia, I have never looked Danny Garcia so, like, I don't want to see afraid, but he wasn't able to, handle Lamont Peterson. And Nauta said it in the Boxing Boys, and I think that it was a great point. I don't know if it was Nauta, but, Amir Khan got deducted 2 points for pushing Lamont, and, we saw that Danny Garcia was doing the same thing. I mean, he was pushing Lamont because he obviously brings some kind of pressure that the other guy isn't able to handle. So we saw that Matthysse took him early, and maybe it was a good thing for him. But Danny Garcia should have done the same, but Lamont was definitely more prepared for this fight anyway. But it was a great fight, and, I was joking, but because you always say that Danny took La Máquina's soul, but so I was kind of joking with that, and I said that actually Matthysse has Danny's soul. But anyways, I think that from now on, every fight that has Danny, in there is going to be a very interesting fight, because we all were hating on him, or I don't personally like Danny, and I think that Matthysse was the guy that was going to expose him, and suddenly he always, won the fights that he wasn't supposed to win, etc. And when he's supposed to win and everybody's picking him, he disappoints. And he kind of gets the edge, it's controversial, Danny Garcia. But anyways.
Ma, what was your scorecard, though?
I didn't score the fight, man. I thought that Lamont Pearson won it, but, if you have to go round by round, I kind of agree. Maybe Danny won it. But I didn't score the fight. It was a great fight to me, though. Like Kev say, if you score the fight, it doesn't bring the same emotion to you. You are more of analytical observer than, a fan. So I agree with him in that sense.
I could still be emotional while I'm scoring a fight.
No, man, I can't, because you're always biased. I mean, I try not to be, but I recognize when I'm biased, and so I rather not to score a fight if it's a fighter that I like or a fighter that I hate. You can say that.
Nyota, biased, never. But I'm biased as well. But I just want to say, like, see if it was a street fight, and you in street fights how the two guys coming away, and you look to see what the other guy's face looks like to see who won. Like,
Yes.
Lamont Peterson was without a scratch. Oh, and Danny Garcia looked fucked up.
But
But
you
he
gotta
light-skinned,
understand,
though.
he dark skinned though.
He light skinned though.
You got the melanin
Yo.
though.
And who are you picking for the Fonfara and Chavez fight?
Hey, easy reason to shoot. Easy way to shoot down that excuse. Brandon Rios, light skinned as a motherfucker and never has a scratch on him.
Good point.
What are you gonna say,
Mal,
man?
But he's not Puerto Rican though.
That sounded terrible.
What the fuck was that? But Mal, we already made our picks for Fonfara Chavez, man. What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, who is picking Chavez? I know that Cam probably is.
Yep.
I am.
I'm not,
picking
man. I'm picking Fonfara, and who else is? Chew?
Yeah, you know what, man? I'm picking Chavez by robbery.
I mean, just think in this situation, Cam. Who would you pick if Fonfara fights Vera?
I'd probably pick Fonfara.
Why did it take you so long?
I know what I was gonna say.
Because Miles trying to trap me, and I was trying to figure out what the trap's gonna be.
With the triangle theory, man.
Yeah.
I will tell you the truth. You will pick Fonfara by murder. I mean, what chance has Vera against established? I don't know what weight he is, 175. I mean, and Chavez wasn't able to take him out. I mean, he wasn't able to take him out. So I'm picking Fonfara. I think that this is the first time Chavez is going to be face to face against an opponent of his same, size, and probably bigger reach. I don't know, but this is definitely a hard fight for Chavez. And we saw that when he stepped up and he faced Sergio Martinez, he wasn't ready. So I'm picking Fonfara.
Mal, the thing is, Chavez Sr. sat Chavez Jr. down and said, son, if you don't start boxing well, I'm going to adopt Triple G. So, we're going to see we're going to see a whole new Chavez Jr. in this fight. Believe me.
Man, I think that Chavez is a very exciting fighter to watch, but it's the type of fighter that takes advantage of his weight, his size, and when he doesn't have that, he will be in deep waters. Like we saw Bronner against Maidana. He was a guy that was big and was bullying smaller guys, and eventually when he faced someone that was bigger, he got destroyed. So I think that it's a very similar situation to me.
Exactly, you got destroyed, and that's going to happen again. I think he's going to be exposed, man.
Big right.
Yeah, definitely. And Fonfara did a very good, he had a very good performance against Stevenson. So I mean, he's not a bomb. He's a decent fighter. At a bigger weight class. And if Chavez already was having issues with smaller guys that were decent at lower weight class, then what can you expect from this fight?
I'm surprised with you guys. You guys kind of rate Fonfara very highly, man. I don't. I think Stevens could have.
Yeah, neither do I.
I think Stevenson could have.
It has nothing to do with rating. Cam, it has nothing to do with rating, man. It has to do with the fact that I don't rate fucking Chavez, and especially at that weight.
Yeah, but will the 172 not drain Fonfara a bit?
Look, what the fuck? I don't even know about the catch weight. I mean,
this just in, Chavez just made weight, 171.5.
My weight?
My weight.
I want to see that. Actually, is he in good shape?
I'm not sure.
I think our boy Blacksky Mass Joe's out the way.
Oh, for real?
I think that's why we've got a break from him. That's why he isn't called in.
Yeah, we're lucky. We're lucky. He's not...
Yeah, Fonfara came in lighter than Chavez.
That doesn't necessarily surprise me. I mean, I was checking out the fight night weights or whatever. Chavez was 186 fight night for Vera, and Fonfara was 185 for Stevenson.
But Cam, I just want to jump in on that. I mean, what does Chavez Jr. do every fight? He comes forward in a very flat-footed plotting style. He squares up. Yeah, he squares up. He puts his hands up, and he just tries to bob and weave a little bit and throw hooks to the body, but he has to fully plant his feet to throw that shit. As soon as the person moves, he has to reset.
I mean, I wouldn't say every fight. I thought he was able to hit on the move pretty well against Lee and against
No, what do you No, man, come on. He was just bullying Lee against the ropes, man, and then he teed off on him.
Can I just, now that you've brought up Andy Lee, I was watching his fight with Peter Quillon last week, and he moves around the ring strangely. You know,
What?
You ever seen
he had a wide stance against Quillon.
Yeah, you ever seen like Starship Troopers?
Yeah,
Like,
I
you
have.
ever seen those like arachnids move? It's like he's moving like an arachnid. It's like he's fucking like. If he took his shoe off, he would have a mandible under
Well,
there.
I mean, to be honest, I mean, Quillon has a pretty wide stance himself. It's like they were both like fucking just like, you know, sitting down, just trying to land bombs.
He's a fucking arachnid.
I see this PBC. I'm going to say something controversial. I think that it's all a fix. I think Lamont Peterson could have stepped up at any time he wanted against Danny Garcia. He just chose the 7th round. You know, Andy Lee, Peter Quillon, I thought that was just like too much of a coincidence. It's like there's too much respect amongst the guys who are fighting.
Nah, I disagree, man. I think with Lee and Quillon, they both had huge power, man, and they were both wary of it. And you know, neither of them is really a volume guy to begin with, so especially Quillon.
I mean, they had power, but I just think if this is going to be a success, this Premier Boxing thing.
Well, I mean, if there was like some fix shit going on with regard to Quillon, I mean, you got to think he would have stepped on the gas way earlier. Then he would have knocked Lee the fuck out.
Maybe fix is too strong a word, but they're too friendly. All the guys are too friendly. Peterson, Danny Garcia are too friendly. Did you see them after the fight? They were like, man, if I was one of them, if I was Lamont Peterson, I would have been fucking pissed off.
I think that's a separate dynamic.
Because he fucking beat him up.
I think that's a separate dynamic from the PBC thing itself, just because of the fact that Lamont, Danny, and fucking Broner have been on this like, brotherly love shit, you know, for a couple of years now. You know, saying like, I don't want to fight this guy because I'm friends with him. And I don't know.
Sorry, you go, Kimo. When you go.
No, you go ahead. I'll come on later. Go on.
No, I was just going to say, if you don't want to fight someone just because they're on the same coast as you, you know, they're not from the same city, they're on the same coast, then that's a big bunch of people you don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? So fucking Danny Garcia needs to wisen up. He doesn't want to face Adrian and Broner, like historically, because they're friends or whatever.
Yeah.
So why? What is the point in fucking Premier League boxing or whatever it is? Like, I think they picked the wrong stable. They're picking guys who I don't know why they're not exciting. Like Provodnikov and fucking Matthysse. That's an exciting fight. These guys are punchers.
Well, no. I mean, I think that
imagine that if that was on NBC,
made, but they're not making them. They're not making the exciting fights, but they can be made. I think Danny versus Broner is a fucking fight. Like that shit is some real shit, man. I think just the atmosphere itself would be incredible for that.
Yeah. If they make it, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there are those fights to be made out there. Fucking Berto versus either of them. You know, Peterson versus Guerrero would be a fucking war.
I just think there was like even the what was the fucking Deontay Wilder Stavern. I just think it was like a dance, like fucking Guerrero and Foreman. There wasn't much happening. It was like
was that PBC?
There was no
though?
fucking needle.
That wasn't PBC though. That was Golden Boy, wasn't it? Showtime.
Yeah, good point. But just ignore that. But Foreman and Guerrero, again, it's kind of like I thought Foreman could have got him out of there. I thought Guerrero showed too much respect. I just think these guys are getting paychecks so big it takes away their hunger.
Okay, I really want to jump in there, Chu, because I think you made a very interesting point. I was listening to a couple of podcasts as well this week, and I heard this a lot from people, and I absolutely agree with it. And I think the best example you can talk about is Peter Quillon, right? Because we seem to be in an age where boxers don't really see their job as, you know, I'm a fucking killer and I'm stepping in the ring and I'm taking everybody out. You know, like they don't have that mindset anymore. It's more about a paycheck, like you said. You know, and especially Peter Quillen, when you listen to his interviews, when you listen to him talk in the media, when is it ever about, I'm the fucking best? Look at the skills. Look at this. Look at that. No, he's always talking about fucking money, you know? And if you see this as a business proposal and you step into the ring, I mean, I kind of agree with you, man. There seems to be a vibe around, like, if you can coast through the fight, then you should. You know what I'm saying? Like, just get out of the fight. I'm getting paid regardless. I mean, most of these motherfuckers are making how much? I mean, this is something we should ask KH, but, I mean, Quillen probably got over $1 million for this or something, right?
No, he got less than $1 million. I think he got scheduled to make like 700, and he had to give up 150 or something.
No, they were both listed by the NSAC as $500,000, and then he had to give up 125 for missing.
Yeah, it was $1 million fight, but
well, either way, it's a good paycheck. You know, like I just feel like he sees it more as
both guys in the main event made over $1 million, and nobody went for the kill. Like, what the fuck?
The weird thing about that to me is, like, I mean, does Peterson really deserve that much more than Quillen? I don't think so at all.
No, I mean, I don't know about deserving, but I do get the sense, Stu, that people are going really from paycheck to paycheck. And yeah, it's easy to rip on Al Heyman, and a lot of people are doing it, but it does kind of fit the culture that he is creating in boxing, you know? And I'm not hating on people making fucking money, but me as a spectator, this is what I'm seeing, you know? I rarely see guys anymore that are really, like, straight up killers, and funnily enough, most of them nowadays are coming from Eastern Europe.
And the thing is, too, Kimo, is everybody always talks about being a warrior, yet nobody goes out on their shield. And I think it's because money. I think they feel if they last a full 12 rounds and lose every round, they can make money in another fight. But if they get knocked out, they can't, so they don't go for it. And it's like, I know we talked about John Molina before, but this guy talks like a warrior all the time. Yet you didn't sell out once versus Broner, who's not a heavy hitter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, at some point, if you're going to call yourself that, you got to take it to task. Same thing with Guerrero. I mean, call yourself a warrior, but don't throw any punches. I don't get it. What makes you a warrior then? Like, I don't know. Especially in time of war, when, you know, real people out there getting killed and, you know, defending countries. Like, I think it's a little disrespectful.
So that's a great point, actually. That's why I like guys like Josecito Lopez. You know, he goes out with his shield even if he's losing, you know. He goes for a knockout, even though he'll probably get knocked out in the process. He is an actual warrior. But just in regards to that, just like the UFC, I know that's a dirty word on the Boxing Coalition, but they pay guys to knock them out, whether they get a knockout bonus or whatever. I think boxing needs to kind of get back to that. We want to see knockouts, but we don't want to see points decisions. I'm seeing a lot of points decisions. You know what I mean? So just fuck it. Let's see some knockouts.
It's like what Kev said, you know, so many fucking guys are calling themselves warriors these days, and when you're down on the scorecards and you're in the big fight, you know, like he said, man, you got to sell out. You got to go for broke. Molina did, by the way, just to talk about that, is one of the biggest fucking bitch outs I've ever seen in my fucking life, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
as opposed to what Guerrero did against Thurman. Guerrero,
yeah, exactly.
Personify that shit.
Exactly, man. We make fun of Guerrero a lot, you know, because of how much shit he talks and all that. But yeah, he did kind of bitch out against Floyd, but against Thurman, he did go for it, man, and I do respect that. But what Molina did, and he got quite a bit of money for that fight as well, if I'm not mistaken, at least $500,000. You know, when you saw the preview with him and his family, and he says that it's an opportunity to make money for his daughter and all that, I think he just came in there with a mindset as like, okay, I can't win this fight, whatever, you know, just fucking chill out. I'm gonna get a fat paycheck, and tomorrow I'm having a wonderful dinner with my daughter, you know, and I don't blame him for it, but it's kind of obvious, you know, like. You're not the fucking warrior that you claim to be.
Yeah, but I agree with you definitely on that. The UFC model, because, you know, they get paid basically like half their check, and then if they win, they get like ×2 usually. So say they're getting paid 50 to show, they get another 50K if they win, and then they might even get a knockout bonus if they have a big knockout.
Well, you know, the thing about that is in theory, PBC could theoretically, I think, do that because, you know, just the way that, you know, it's company before fighters or what have you.
Yeah, I think they should definitely think about that. If you win, you get more.
Well, didn't Golden Boy and Showtime do that with the Knockout Kings?
They had that exactly.
Well, and also BKB was trying to do that with this last pay-per-view that they had with Stevenson Rosado. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
I just think NBC and Premier League Boxing, Premier Boxing, whatever the fuck it is, PBC, they don't have any knockout punchers. I think it's ironic that
Garcia's not a knockout puncher.
Nah, not really. Furman, yeah.
Yeah,
but,
somebody said he has a less than 60% knockout ratio.
Yeah, he's not really a knockout puncher. He's not one time. Put it that way.
One time has been one too many times lately.
Yeah, multiple times. But I'm talking Golovkin, Kovalev.
Stevenson.
Who's he knocking out?
Stevenson. Better beef. I could keep naming guys off if you want me to.
Right, okay.
But you named the same guy, two guys 12 times.
Yeah.
Nah, but Better Beef is going to be a knockout artist for a while, too, so that's definitely a big name.
I'll give you that, but I mean...
It's
my
about
list
the
is
matchups,
bigger than yours.
So it's not about the fighter, it's about the goddamn matchups.
Mine's bigger than yours.
So you're just gonna name every non-fucking BBC fighter as opposed to the BBC ones. Of course,
because most of them are on HBO. Brandon Rios, Kovalev, Golovkin, fucking... Who else we got there? We've got...
Klitschko,
yeah, fucking James Kirkland.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking Klitschko?
Canelo.
Everybody's saying that Quillen has jackhammers for punches, man. And
I don't think it was everybody. I think it was just me. And then everybody jumped on the train.
Daniel Lim.
Daniel Lim said that.
I started the big rumor.
But
Matthysse.
I'm gonna get another Carcino phone call.
But I mean, fucking no. There's guys that can legit crack there. I mean, Errol Spence is there. You got you got some guys there. It's about the matchups, man. They need to make the matchups that bring out the fucking punches. That's what
I think it's the mindset.
Mindset too, but it's the mindset of both guys because Quillen hurt Lee almost every time he connected, and then Lee just stopped throwing punches and doing anything.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
for 6-7 rounds, they combined from I think it was rounds 5 through 9. They combined to throw less than 45 punches on average between the two of them.
Yeah,
that's 20 punches a round. These aren't heavyweights, and they're not even throwing 23, 24 punches each.
Yeah, no, it is about mentality because the two of them had the mentality of one shot. One shot could take me out, and one shot could take him out. So they're going to be judicious with their punches.
Well, Kev said in the past, Quillen, according to the people who have fought both him and Golovkin, Quillen probably punches just as hard as Golovkin.
Yeah,
Golovkin
and the whole place where I got that rumor from was because Gabe Rosado came out. And he said that,
Gabe?
AKA the Gabe, AKA the Brooklyn Brawler came out, and he's like, he's the one who said Quillen had better one punch power than Golovkin, and I thought that was just sour grapes because he was complaining about Triple G's gloves and blah blah blah. So I asked a couple people because Quillen's from around here, and a lot of people know him. And when people started talking, I was just very surprised how people the dude is real strong and you feel it in sparring with 16-ounce gloves and headgear. And the other name that came up was Anthony Durrell. Those two names from people that are at 160 to 175 locally that worked them.
When I say
they basically validated what Gabe said.
And I'd say if you were to have them each hit a bag 100 times, I mean, Quillen might have more one shot, just a little bit more, but the average punching power is probably going to be favor Golovkin because he turns into everything. Quillen turns into the occasional shot.
Yeah, but like Kimo says, it's mindset. Golovkin hunts for it, fucking Quillen hides from it.
Yeah. Quillen just stands there with his eyes fucking wide open, and he doesn't follow up after he has you hurt. I mean, I just don't understand it.
Kind of like Provodnikov.
No, not really, because Provodnikov just gasses out and then he just starts looking at you.
Well, he doesn't follow up.
I think Provodnikov is less. His knockouts don't come because of his physical ability, whereas Quillen has all the physical ability and not the. I feel like if Quillen had Provodnikov's mindset and his talent, that he would be fucking slaying guys in the middleweight division.
Yeah. Well, he has that surprise power. It's like he just kind of catches you from a weird angle, and it's fast-handed.
See, in fairness, I think Al Heyman's kind of looked at his stable and thought, I need punchers, so I'm going to sign Walters. I'm going to get that better beef. He's
signed up the Ukrainians from New York.
Yeah, your boy, Kraitov. Is he signed with Heyman?
You see Sergey in that first fight?
Oh, fucking Sergey. You mean Levgen?
No, Sergey was in the first fight before Eugene.
Who's Sergey? Sergey who?
Sergey Deverdenko or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Devchenko.
He's the same guy. He's from the same camp. They're all of them in the same gym.
Is he good?
Yeah, he was on the fight right before Kaitrov. He got old boy out of there in like 4 rounds.
Yeah,
I didn't
he's
see
better
that
than
fight.
Kirchhoff.
Yeah, I seen the.
He's at 168, and
Yeah,
he throws power.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him spar Sean. Was the best sparring session I ever seen for like 4 rounds.
Like, Kev, you trying to be the accountants?
No, I'm trying to get on the.
You kind of. I'm trying to count that money, man.
Okay, so I'm making friends with the Ukrainians.
Yeah, I think he's better than Kaitrov, though. To be honest with you,
he could be.
He has
I
the
don't
higher
know.
ceiling.
We'll see.
No, I think
he's a little bit behind right now.
Kev's trying to make friends with the Ukrainians, thinking he's making friends with people from the UK.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the UK. The UK via Ukraine.
Thinking about all the stuff he gonna buy in London, and then he winds up in fucking
Kiev.
the middle of a war zone.
Beast Mode in the chat saying Dervachenko looks short for 6'8", but I think that Kraitov looks short for middleweight.
Yeah, they're both short.
They're both very short and small for the weight class. Like neither one of them cuts weight really. So
yeah, you said on one of your podcasts that that's a kind of Ukrainian thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the whole country or that just them because they don't. I don't know if Lomachenko.
I wouldn't say so. I mean, scorecard was looking fucking massive. Pause on Friday Night Fights last week, even though he lost.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right. Oh, by the way, Quillen, just to get back to Quillen as well, he never throws any fucking body shots. I mean, I think he literally threw 0 against Lee, so it's another way of just not utilizing his power, man.
True.
Kimo.
Yeah, what's up?
You know, like every show we kind of go back a few fights and get your opinion.
You want to do a recap?
Yeah, we kind of talked about Garcia Peterson and Lee Quillen, but if you've got anything else to say, you just go ahead. But if not, we'll talk about Stevenson, Beaker, and Beterbiev and Campillo.
I mean, one thing I just want to mention about Garcia Peterson is that it is a really tricky fight to score, and I mean, I think Peterson was kind of fucking stupid in that fight. Yeah, he had a good game plan, but the way he executed it wasn't good. I think he ran too much. He didn't throw enough punches, and he just gave away rounds. And yeah, he made a miss, but I don't give that much credit to a guy that's doing a lot of running and ducking and slipping, and then maybe throws like 1 punch or whatever. Like, I can't give him always the round based on that. He did
But he
whoop
was bolo
Danny in
punching,
the late.
though.
Look, man, he fought good in the later rounds. He was whooping Danny's ass, and Danny's eyes were wide open. He was like, "Oh shit, what's happening over here?" You know, like he was shook. And I don't know if that would have worked in the earlier rounds, but he definitely should have had more activity, man.
He should have started like 3 rounds earlier, and that would have all been that he needed.
Yeah, man. I mean, he was thoroughly outclassing Danny at the end. I mean, I don't know if that was due to his gas tank running out from Danny, but like when they were in the pocket, you know, like the way Peterson's punches and hooks, like they were just much shorter, much crisper. He beat him to the punch every single fucking time. Like he was really outclassing him, and if you can do that confidently as well, like he was smiling, he was having fun, like. Dude, you just gave away the fight by doing all this stupid bullshit, you know, and shuffling and all of that. I mean, that's just retarded, man. That shit doesn't win you any fucking rounds. And Barry Hunter
it's different if you're kicking the shit out of this guy and like you're like, hey, check out what I'm doing. You know, I can do this and bend around at the same time. But he wasn't throwing shit when he was doing all that garbage.
Yeah, if it's like Hopkins Pavlik and you're doing a little swing and then popping him in the face, yeah, okay, but. And Peterson wasn't doing that shit, you know, like, it's stupid, man. He could have shocked the boxing world by beating the shit out of Danny, and I think he could have done it, man. I really think so, because Danny didn't have any answer for that inside game of his, and nah, it's just a shame. I don't like Peterson anyway, though. He's a fucking cheater.
Danny gassed, didn't he? He gassed big time in the last couple of rounds.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I have no idea why.
I don't think he's just gassing, man. He's just wide and he's slow, man. I mean, look at the way Peterson throws his hooks. They're fast, they're crisp, like.
Well,
Danny on the inside is lost.
Danny's a weird dude. I mean, like, you got to think. I imagine he probably got gassed up off of the Rod Socko and thinking, like, yeah, I'm going to knock fucking Peterson out just like I did to that guy. And he came in there just swinging for the fences for a few rounds. When that didn't work, he was starting to get a little bit tired already. And he's like, oh, shit, what do I do now?
But, Cam, I've heard you say as well that you think Danny needs a new trainer. I don't know if that's going to be any difference, man. I mean, the guy is. I've always said he's a bit unathletic, and I said that before the Matthysse fight as well, and I was fucking wrong about that pick, obviously. But I still believe, like, he's so flat-footed. He's very wide. When he's not focused, he really starts winging. Like in the way that Eric Morales was making fun of him, like he literally does that.
That shit was hilarious.
He fucking does that, man. And I don't know, man. It's so strange that a guy that looks that bad is so successful at this level. That's what baffles me about Garcia, and that's why I still don't understand how he got so far in his career, because he just doesn't look right. He does stuff sometimes that's amazing, like some of his counters look really good, and sometimes he throws the hook nice and short, like against Morales, but. That shit against Khan, for example, man. I mean, it's so unorthodox in a way, but he gets away with it. I don't know. He's got a solid fucking chin. Get him that. He's got a granite fucking chin. He'll take anything and keep coming. But I don't get it, man. As soon as he moves to welter, he's gonna get crushed. I don't.
Well, it depends on who he fights at welter, though. I mean, are they really gonna match him against the elite? Who knows?
I don't know what Heyman's plan is with him, man. I mean, he's had a lot of dodgy decisions lately. I don't know what his.
If I was Heyman, I would fucking make Garcia versus Broner. That's an exciting fight. The two of them are such big fucking liabilities. They could lose to anybody that's not even on their name level. So
Malignaggi's gonna come out of retirement and get fed to Danny at 147.
Fuck me, man. I hope not.
Yo, how many of y'all could see that happening?
I could see it happening, but I don't.
Yeah, I can see it.
I think Danny would knock him out, and then Malignaggi would say he was on steroids.
You gotta understand, there's no testing for this fight. There's no testing, and I just got knocked down.
I actually wouldn't mind seeing him get knocked the fuck out, but I mean,
I love Paulie when he gets in that rage like that.
No, I mean, I've got a grudge against Paulie nowadays, man. I really don't like how this guy is completely fucking sold out. But
yeah.
I mean, Thurman would box circles around Danny and knock him out.
Yeah,
I honestly believe that. His movement, oh my god.
The thing is, I'm not sure if he's ready to start, feeding guys the Thurman quite yet, though. I mean, I could see it happening, but not until like Danny already has that L first.
Yeah. Did they, Neota, you might know, did they tell you what the rehydration weight, what they weighed on the night?
Who, Garcia and Peterson?
Yeah.
Garcia was, I believe, 158, and Peterson was 165.
165?
Yeah.
You sure it's not 155 or 165?
Nah, it was bullshit though, MV Chew. He was wearing full clothes and sneakers.
Yeah, but even still, I mean, unless he's...
But if you've ever seen Lamont Peterson at pre-fights, he comes in, he'll have his sneakers on, he'll have, the warm-up suit, the headbangers, team headbangers, Peterson, warm-up suit with a hoodie on, sneakers, headphones, like, all that shit's at least 6 pounds, man, 5-6 pounds.
Yeah, but even still, I mean, that doesn't mean that he's weighing, actually
if you're coming in at 159, if you're coming in at 159, 160, you should be fighting at welterweight.
Yeah. I actually thought
and I mean, theoretically, Garcia was probably in the same position.
Yeah, and I think Garcia looked like shit coming in. I think he looked better 3-4 days before, and I think nutrition or whatever. We joke around about the Weight Watchers or whatever, but like he's doing something wrong because he looked a lot fuller 3-4 days before, and it's like he didn't rehydrate right this fight and the
all you
fight.
gotta do is look at like some of the video, just freeze frame it, watch how he looked for, say like Salka or Herrera, and then look at how he looked for this fight. He just looked, he didn't look like he put the weight, but like he looked like after a marathon and when they're trying to rehydrate like the day after,
Kev, what does this conditioning program look like, man? I never see any footage of this guy with a strength and conditioning coach or a nutritionist or anything like that. Does he do anything?
I never see it either. I just see the media workouts. And I gave a shout out to the Boxing Voice. They were, of course, there big with Danny and in the gym. And in the gym, he was, he was training with no shirt on at points, and his arms looked big as hell. His chest, his back, he looked full, but he was just hitting bags. He wasn't with like an Ariza type strength and conditioning guy that was having him do all types of shit. I don't even know if he has one of those guys. He might just do the basics, and the basics are enough sometimes.
His Weight Watchers coach, Kev.
Yeah. The guy, he had the notebook with the cards. All right, that's a 5-point fucking donut right there. But I think, and I don't think everybody needs a strength and conditioning coach. I think that's so overblown. Like, when you see a lot of guys that do this shit, it's like anybody that like knows bro science, like knows as much as some of these guys. Like, it's not like they went to
They could probably do like Guerrero, just go to a fucking CrossFit gym and get.
Yeah, it's not like they did real classes. Like, you get certified over a weekend, and all of a sudden you're a personal trainer. But I think when you get to the level where you're gonna be cutting 15 pounds in like a couple of weeks and rehydrating, like it really benefits you to have somebody who knows what the fuck they're doing.
Big
And I don't
time,
think he does.
especially when you're a big cutter.
That's what I'm saying. And it doesn't seem like they're taking the most intellectual approach over there. I mean, it's refreshing to see somebody go old school, but sometimes you got to incorporate some of the new school. And I just don't think Angel Garcia knows shit about nutrition, and bending your knees ain't going to get it done.
I think a lot of it is just like mental. It's like, I've got a strength and conditioning coach. I'm better prepared than the other guy. It's like a kind of reassurance in their mind. But I seen the 2 days Terence Crawford. I don't know if you guys seen that, the HBO thing, the 2 days.
Yo, making weight is tough.
Fucking tough for him. He's got about 3 guys telling him to do this, do that. He had like a...
Yeah, and he had that chick that was right there everywhere he went. That lady was, regulating everything that he did. And I think that's key, man.
But the thing is, too, I mean, I agree with you that sometimes one of these strength and conditioning people is a bit, excess or whatever. But if you have, my logic tells me if I've got a fucking problem, right, with making weight, don't I go looking for help? I mean, seriously, get people involved that know a thing or two about this shit, man. I mean, he's been struggling for a long time, and yeah, he's getting away with all these bullshit catch weights, but I mean, I don't get it. I just don't understand it. A guy at that kind of a level should have a fucking, he's got the resources, man. Look at how much money he's got, man. He's opening fucking barbershops and shit. Hire a fucking guy.
You can get your car washed while getting a haircut. At the
Get
same
that Cesar,
time
that fresh Caesar.
At the same time as hitting the skip rope, man.
Like Kev said, it's like, why would you pay someone 10% of your purse for shit that should be common sense? You step out of sauna, you drink some water. You fucking, instead of eating pizza, you eat broccoli. You know what I mean? It's just like common sense shit. You could educate yourself. The
thing about that though, Chu, is there's a way to just do it, just to get it done, and there's a way to do it, with optimal health and recovery in mind. Like some guys they do it just to get it done, and
just go to an anti-aging clinic, get hooked up with the shit, drop $8,000, make your shit right, and you're on point. That's what I think. Fuck it, just make everything gorilla status, make everything legal. And have these guys coming in looking like fucking Mortal Kombat.
Looking like Mickey Bay.
Yeah, because I'm tired of getting killed for being a PED type of guy who talks about it all the time. So let's just make everything legal and just go right in.
Hey, bigger, faster, stronger,
the Marmar beefcake.
That's it.
Wait,
You know how we
Mickey
used to
Bay have
weight?
like 200 to 1 testosterone levels for that one fight?
Mickey Bay was like 60 to 1, but they're cleaning up the sport. But
Mickey
but
Bay
fucking
has testosterone though. Look at him.
yeah. Let me tell you about how we made weight in high school wrestling, and just to show you how valued school was for us. My coach would just pull me out of class and run all the hot showers in the gym and put like a bike in there, like an Airdyne, and make you get on the bike with all the hot shit going, so you're just sweating. Meanwhile, you're just cutting class, and the coach is there watching you.
Yeah, or you could do it like the
You lose
way,
4 pounds and weigh in at 2:15 and have to wrestle at like fucking 3:30 or 4 o'clock. You don't even have 2 hours to rehydrate.
Hop in the bathtub, Epsom salts, and get up, get in, get up, get in. Dipping yourself like a fucking
miserable
chicken leg.
Sleeping on tarpaulins.
That's that wrestling. It's good shit.
That's all he does is wrestle.
Yeah, it's wrestling.
He's a
You weren't even
wrestler.
rehydrating.
What?
You never rehydrated.
Nah, we would weigh in at like 2:15, 2:30 and wrestle at like 3:30 or 4. And I was always the smallest guy, so I was the first match. And then like when we had big tournaments, we would wrestle. When we had big tournaments, we would weigh in at like 7 in the morning, and we would start wrestling like afternoon. So we would get like 5 hours to eat like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a banana. Because you didn't want to eat too much, because then you'd be just full of shit. But KH used to go old school. I used to just eat a bag of onion rings and just start breathing on folks in the ring.
Yo, Kev, Beast Mode in the chat said this explains KH's WWE love.
That reminds
I
me
wish,
of like,
man. If wrestling was WWE, I would have stayed in that shit. If I could break out a steel chair on somebody, I would have never quit.
He almost broke him in half.
All right, Kimo.
Jim Ross commenting.
Kimo.
Sorry.
Yo.
Let's talk about some news, man.
He killed him!
Let's talk about...
Kane, he's broken in half.
Well, somebody stop the damn match.
I wish he got in boxing. He was gonna, wasn't he?
Yeah, they had him on a couple of the Golden Boy cards. I could see Golden Boy bringing him back, for maybe one of these Fox Sports
He's
cards.
fantastic.
He was on the
It's fantastic.
Rocky Juarez versus one of these guys. I forgot who it was.
Yeah, he did that Fox Sports 1, like the support for the troops card.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Jim
Rocky
Ross is
Juarez was
fucking
on there. He scored the big upset and everything. So.
Cam, sorry, man. We interrupted you with the WWF quotes. Go on.
No problem. I want to get your thoughts on Khan ducking Brooke. Brooke versus...
Wow.
Brooke.
Wow.
What
You're just going to...
What about Kovalev ducking Stevens?
That's what I was going to say. So Brooke versus Gavin, Khan versus Algieri, Kovalev ducking Adonis, and also Triple G and Gil.
You see that? Cam was trying to sneak Khan in there first so that you would overlook it.
Get it out of the way, innit?
No, but Cam, are you're putting it like out there? You believe that Khan is ducking Brooke? It's official. You have sold out.
No, I've said that in previous shows.
Left hook gets calm.
Left hook gets calm. But yeah, ducking. I don't know. You know what the thing is? I do find it ironic that he's fighting a fucking nobody now, and I'm talking about Kell Brook. I mean, Frankie Gavin. I mean,
trash.
Dude, you're talking all that shit. Yeah, you're putting out all these videos on iFull TV with Coogan Cassius and fucking Eddie Hearn and all these people. You're running this campaign of making the biggest fight in fucking British boxing right now, and then you go and fight Frankie Gavin.
That's pay-per-view in the UK as well.
You're building all this shit up, and you're just proving to everybody that you're just a fucking nobody at the end of the day because you're fighting some fucking bum in the UK again. I mean, I got respect for what he did with Porter, but you're sliding right back into old habits, fighting nobodies.
Calls out Rios, Marquez, and who else? Thurman, and then he fights Gaffney.
I mean, he comes off looking like a bitch, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's why I said it's better off for them to not have this quick turnaround fight and just wait for a bigger fight in July, because he doesn't make himself look good, and it hurts his respect and reputation that he gets from us fans.
I said that after the Porter fight. I said, I bet he comes back to the UK and he just holds that belt hostage.
Well, if Hearn pays him good money and they fill up that damn arena every time in Sheffield, I mean, I would do it as well. But I thought he finally came out with a purpose, you know, when he went over to the States and he took that fucking belt, you know. But you know, you just can't trust these guys, man. I mean, he's making good money and now he wants to keep that belt. I don't even know if Khan is ever going to fight him, to be honest. I mean, Khan might get knocked out. Well, not against Algieri, but you know, you never know what might happen with Khan. He's a bit of a loose cannon, so. But yeah, Algieri's a better opponent than Frankie Gavin, I'll tell you that.
Okay, and before we move on, you mentioned Sheffield, so you have to give us a Prince Nassim impersonation.
No, later on, man, at the end of the show.
Okay.
And later on.
What do you think about Khan fighting Algieri?
Shit fight. Khan eats up boxers, man. And I heard people on the Boxing Voice saying that Algieri has speed versus Khan. No, it's going to look fucking night and day. Khan is so much faster than Algieri.
People actually said that?
Yeah. They said that. They said, oh, he's going to give him problems. Look, this is going to look exactly like the Malignaggi fight. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Khan eats these guys alive.
Yep.
Easy. He just flurries them. He overwhelms them with punches, with speed. All they do is fucking move. They don't know how to counter properly because he's just too goddamn fast.
To be fair, though, if he stops Algieri, which is something that Pacquiao couldn't do, I guess that, you know, that's a little bit of a notch in the belt to a certain degree.
It's just styles, not that, you know. Like Khan, just when you have these movers that don't have power, Khan just is the worst kind of matchup for them. Is the worst.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got awkward footwork, but he's got fast feet, and he closes that distance really, really quickly, like against Malignaggi, and he just fires off like a 4 or 5.
I mean, not even just that. Just look at him against Alexander. Alexander has a little bit of pop, but fucking Khan just was cracking him. Like he was hitting the heavy bag, man.
Yeah, and Algieri, I mean, he has even less power than Alexander, so easy work.
Okay, and this whole Adonis Stevenson, Kovalev main events, purse bid situation. What's your thoughts on that?
To be honest, Cam, I really don't have any thoughts on it because I don't know the full story. I really don't know what happened, so you guys might need to brief me on it. But
the full story is that just like Triple Duck, that Kovalev duck. Okay?
I don't know if it's a duck, man, but what is the situation as it stands right now?
From what I'm reading, main events started the ball rolling. I think early this year or late last year. To make Kovalev mandatory to Stevenson's WBC belt.
Yeah.
And now that the purse bids have come around, they decided to pull out of him. So, like, Stevenson camp are just thinking that was a style of publicity stunt to kind of get Kovalev's name out there.
I don't know, man. I mean, I can't really judge that. I don't know enough about the situation. I don't believe that Kovalev would duck any man because he's a straight up fucking killer and a bit of a psychopath as well, for that matter. But the division, that division needs that fight. It's just ridiculous that we're not getting it, man. Who else are they gonna fight?
I'm certain at least the move for Stevenson is they're gonna match him up with Chavez as long as he wins tonight. Then better be.
Maybe Pascal as well against Stevenson, but
I can see that.
I don't know. Does anybody have thoughts on this? That maybe knows a bit more about.
I think really on Kovalev's side is the where the real harm is being done, because Kovalev, in comparison to Stevenson, like the field of opponents that he has isn't quite as deep. At least in terms of name value for what he has left anyway. Because, I mean, he's not going to get a better B fight. He's not going to get a Chavez fight. He's not going to get a Pascal fight again. He already did that. He's not going to get a Hopkins fight again. He already did that.
Shawnee Monahan fight?
Promote it, man.
Get out there. Put street team.
It just shows you how small time Cafe Duva is, though.
It's like I said the last time I was on here. It's very rare to get a non top rank or a non PBC, a non Golden Boy or what have you, getting a big time fighter like Kovalev. Like Sergio Martinez was a diamond in the rough for Lou DiBella, and the Kovalev is the same way for main events.
It just looks a bit foolish. You've put your guy in a mandatory position. Well, the WBC done that. They just done that.
Well, That was kind of a strange situation from the jump, though, because I mean, normally the sanctioning bodies don't rate anybody that's a champion in another sanctioning body. The way that turned out with this one, it seemed just like an attempt at a money grab by the WBC, basically.
Ari, what were you going to say?
Me?
Yeah, you were going to say something before.
No, I think it was Lim, man.
Chu.
Oh, sorry, was it Lim?
That was Ari. Ari was going to say something.
Yeah, it just doesn't look good on Duva that, you've been calling the guy out for over a year or two now, and then when the time finally happens, you back out with the excuse that you've got exclusive contract, but you've had this exclusive contract the whole time. So I think she just realized, it's not solely after she's seen how much Heyman bidded on the Darrell fight. Come on, $3 million for that. This one's gonna get at least 7, 8, and she ain't got the pockets. But at the same time, she should go to HBO, asking them to bid for it, put it on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it just
big
doesn't
time.
look good. It doesn't make Kovalev look good either. And hopefully, I have to hope now. Sorry, no. I have to hope now that Kovalev leaves us soon and maybe goes over to Heyman.
That's a great. That was actually a really good suggestion you just made, Ari, because fucking Lampley himself straight up said that they have Kovalev and Triple G both on the Pacquiao train. They're pushing them as the two pillars upon which HBO pay-per-view and HBO's big time fighters are going to stand upon. So, she really should go to them and say hey, you guys have been talking all this good shit about how Triple G is the future and Kovalev is the future, what have you, put the money up.
Yeah, but Kev made a great point as well the other day to me, where Duva and Main Events could have went to HBO and said, look, can we negotiate a one-fight deal where we're not on HBO? We'll go over there and we'll come back as a bigger name. Because if they go over to Showtime and beat Stevenson, then it only elevates Kovalev's status. So when he does come back to HBO, he's a bigger name.
Exactly. Or what if they went on PBC and NBC and they fought in front of 3 million people and he wins the strap and then he takes it to HBO with him? That's kind of like Ric Flair bringing the WCW belt to the WWF. They have to start blocking it out and everything.
Yo, Kev lives his life through WWF metaphors.
Yo, you serve that up, kid.
To a show.
Dude, that was legit.
Boxing MD made a good point in the chat. It's too much of a risk they could lose money on a pay-per-view. I don't even think that does 300,000.
Yeah, I don't see that as a pay-per-view.
Or if they put who can they put on undercard? Rios.
Hey gangsters, what's up, guys?
What's up, Dan?
Lim.
Hey, Lim.
So regarding that Stevenson Kovalev situation, why would HBO relinquish that one fight? That's the highest grossing fight in that weight division.
Exactly.
It's the biggest risk. So why would you do that?
What do you mean?
Because why would you give up the stature of that Stevenson Kovalev fight? I mean, sure, you're only doing it on one fight, but that's the biggest fight to be made in that division. And what if Kovalev loses? Why would you do that?
At the same time, though, they had a chance to get the fight. It's the first bid. They wanted to get paid for it.
But the thing is, no, I'm talking about HBO. Obviously, HBO doesn't have a direct role to play in that situation, right?
What?
In a purse bid.
Well, they could ante up. They could give the money to Duva. They could back Main Events.
Well, the thing is, I don't know what exactly is going on though. Why didn't Main Events stick with it? Was it just a lack of funding on HBO's part?
Yeah, supposedly they backed out because they knew Heyman was going to bring up to $10 million to the table and just take the fight. But they knew that all along when they set up the place to get him as a mandatory.
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense then.
That's why Duva bad.
Yeah, Duva fucked up then. That's the thing about these smaller promoters. Everyone tries to give them a lot of credence and a lot of shine, like Kathy Duva, just because she's. It seems like because she's a very nice lady, and some people have fetishes about her, a la Kimo. Never liked her whatsoever, just because she talks a lot of shit. But in situations like this, she isn't able to get the job done. Obviously, it's not entirely her fault. It's probably more so HBO's fault than hers. But regardless. I mean, you have to play a bigger role if you're going to talk all that shit about Stevenson and Heyman.
If I was HBO, I would have bet big, knowing that Al Heyman would have bet bigger, and just bankrupt them. Because how's he going to get his money back? His shows aren't doing as good as what they were expecting. So, like, it's not a bottomless pit of money. He's got to run out eventually. So, all right,
he's got like a 3-4 year plan though, too.
And the thing is, true,
he's anywhere close to running out right now.
We've used that logic and that kind of sentiment for the past 2 or 3 years, and look where it's led us. We always say shit like that, and obviously this guy has a shitload of money, because if that was really the case, he would have gone out of business for quite a while.
I mean, where is he getting the money from? I just think he's just throwing money at it.
I know, but
seeing much of a return. It's not very good business for a guy who went to Harvard.
Doesn't matter, MV2, he's backed by venture capital. Supposedly, he's given millions of dollars and freedom.
Kev,
you're going into the Matrix.
Your line's gone really bad.
But the thing is, like, true, these are that kind of like saying or that kind of argument. It reminds me of shows that we were doing in 2013. Like, honestly, it's like deja vu all over again, because we've been saying that for the past couple of years, and obviously, I don't know if what Kev is saying is entirely true with the, hedge fund guys, but like, this guy has a shitload of money, and he obviously doesn't mind paying shit fighters like Quillen a lot of money.
Yeah, while HBO plays fucking Triple G peanuts, even though they're, shining his balls or whatever.
Yeah, but in regards to the big fight coming tomorrow, I got Provodnikov by knockout. I hate to say it. I love Lucas, obviously. I like Lucas a lot, but I still think Provodnikov is going to knock him out late, because I just feel like Ruzan's a tougher human being at the end of the day.
Late?
Yeah.
Did you say late?
Yep, 8 or 9.
Not happening, my friend. If it's happening, it's happening early.
See, I don't buy that logic. Why wouldn't he be able to knock him out late?
Because he gasses, my friend. His stamina is shit. He always fades down the stretch.
Not that much. He still throws bombs
but
late in the
round.
round.
Alvarado, though.
Dude.
In a high altitude, mind you.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless, at the end of the day, I just don't think Lucas is. I feel like his soul has been gradually getting snatched the past 2 or 3 fights. I just don't think he's that tough anymore.
Lim, I think you still haven't forgiven him for the Danny fight. That's what it sounds like.
I'm basing this more off the Molina fight.
Fuck off. I disagree.
Why?
I think Provodnikov is like a dog. Provodnikov is like a dog chasing a ball.
Yeah.
Just like a headless chicken.
Yeah.
And I think
So
Matthysse got the.
You think Matthysse is elusive? You think he can box around Provodnikov?
I think he's a better boxer than. He's got a better punch variety. He's got more tools in his arsenal.
That's not going to come into factor this Saturday, man. It's just 2 fucking animals going at it. And even if Matthysse can do that for 3 or 4 rounds, do you think he can do that late?
Cam, we always talked about that Mike Dallas Jr. knockout. You always said he's a skilled guy. Why are you saying it now that he's a mindless brawler?
Who, me?
No, Cam. Oh, sorry. Did I say Cam? I meant Lim. Sorry. I meant Lim. Sorry.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Like, trust me, that was very, very impressive. That was some, Floyd Mayweather when he was at 140 type shit. But to me, it doesn't matter in this fight, because you have 2 guys whose natural tendencies is just to wing it. And in that scenario, I don't pick anyone over Ruzan if you're going to fight in the fucking in a pocket. I just don't.
Not even Rios?
Fuck no. Provodnikov ruins Rios. I think Rios is garbage.
Why do you duck him then?
I don't know. Yeah, it's promoter, but he would have. He did Rios a fucking blessing, man, because he would have fucked him up. I don't know, man. I don't think skill is gonna come into the equation this Saturday. It might for our first 3 or 4 rounds, but after that, I just don't think it's really going to matter.
Can I just ask you, who has Provodnikov fought who could punch?
I knew you were going to ask that question, and that remains up in the air, but I'm going to take those chances because I have yet to see Provodnikov fold in the same manner that I've seen Lucas fold.
What do you mean? He folded all the fucking time. He fucking folded against Bradley because he couldn't put him away like 5 goddamn times.
You call that folding, though?
Yeah, I call that folding. If you got a guy
what he did in the 12th round folding compared to what Lucas did throughout the Danny fight?
What do you mean? He was fighting back, man. You created this fucking myth that Lucas was bitching out. He was fighting, man. He knocked his fucking mouthpiece out with a big right arm.
Well, he wasn't fighting very well.
No, yeah, I agree with him there, also.
No, he wasn't fighting well, but you're acting as if the guy got no heart, man. I don't get why you always talk like that about Lucas.
I'm not comparing. I'm comparing to the extent to which they have heart, and I think Provodnikov has a lot more heart than Lucas does at this point. And plus, when have you ever seen Provodnikov in the state that Lucas was in against Molina in those first 4 rounds against a fucking bum?
Dude, who the fuck has Provodnikov beaten as of any decent level?
No, I'm asking you, who has Provodnikov faced that's on Molina's bum ass level and looks that shitty again? Huh?
And has looked that. Yeah, there you go. Avocados, baby. I think Lim just dropped off. Anyway, my rebuttal would be. He's never fucking beaten anybody as decent as Lamont Peterson, who Lucas knocked him the fuck out. So, same argument, man. Anyway, Lim, are you back?
No, I'm just saying. I mean, do you guys have any response to that? Because what I saw against Molina in that Matthysse fight, I was so disheartened from that because I am a big Lucas fan. But how can you get dropped twice against a fucking bum of a fighter like Molina, man?
Yeah, but he's got power, dude. And if he goes toe to toe and he gets caught, yeah, we know he doesn't have the best defense in the world. Like, why are you putting that much stock in it? The whole point is
that's the exact type of fighter he's going to face on Saturday, who throws at a higher volume and who, in my opinion, I know Naoto doesn't agree, but I feel like Provodnikov has more power than Molina because I've seen it firsthand. I've never seen anyone hit as hard as Ruslan for his weight class in person. I've never seen him before.
On what? On the mitts?
Against sparring. I've seen Ruslan drop people in fucking sparring, man, with 16-ounce gloves after 8 rounds of sparring.
Nah,
the dude is a fucking
spar is gym tails, man. He hasn't fucking knocked anybody out, and his IQ in finishing a guy off is shit. He never finishes a guy off.
I was gonna say, yeah.
He hasn't finished anyone off?
When have you seen Ruslan knock out someone like Matthysse knocked out Mike Dallas Jr.?
Yeah.
Like 1 punch, bang.
Or Lamont Peterson when his legs are gone.
That's Apple. You really
Peterson.
Litmus test? All I'm saying, Kimo, is you're acting like that Molina fight doesn't mean anything. It's not going to have any kind of bearing on the type of fight we're going to see on Saturday. All I'm saying is I rate Ruslan that much higher than Molina. I feel like their styles are somewhat similar. And if Matthysse can get dropped twice in a matter of 4 rounds against Molina, I'm going to pick Provodnikov to do a lot more damage within 12 rounds just because I feel like Ruslan is very, very tough. And I know he hasn't fought anyone with as much power as Lucas has. But I'm going to, take a chance on him and think that the guy is much more durable than Lucas is.
Guys, let me jump in. We've got the weights. Matthysse 139, Provodnikov 139.5.
All right.
Thank you, Cam. Thank you.
What was his
I don't know,
like?
The thing with Lucas is ever since that Danny fight, he was just saying, I'm considering and contemplating retirement. And then for him to perform the way he did against Molina, I don't have much stock in him anymore. I just don't think he's kind of at that prime that he used to be at.
So hold on. Didn't he come back from adversity in that fight and beat the piss out of Molina, or did I watch a different fight?
But come on, we're talking about a guy you just shitted on like 10 minutes earlier. I don't rate Molina whatsoever. He should have never been in that predicament in the first place.
So he can't have a bad night. Is that what you're saying?
You can have a bad night, but against a guy like Molina, John fucking Molina? Come on, man.
I agree, Lim.
Adrian
You
Broner.
agree? Okay, then give me a fucking name on Provodnikov's resume that he's beaten that's fucking legit. Because we all talk
Bradley.
shit about Molina, but who the fuck has Provodnikov beaten?
Bradley.
He hasn't beaten Bradley.
Should have beat him. He knocked him down that last round.
No. I don't want to talk in hypotheticals. I don't want to. I don't want to talk in hypotheticals.
Let's stop talking in such resolute manner. The fact is, I admit he didn't beat Bradley. I think he drew against Bradley, but shit, I'll even say he lost against Bradley. Regardless, Bradley is the best name among those two fighters, between those two fighters, is he not?
Cam, I'll give you another example of this. Your analysis?
Daniel.
He didn't beat Bradley. What's your argument? He didn't beat him.
I'm not saying that, but he had a very, very good showing. That was his first fight at welterweight, and at that time, Bradley was a much better fighter than he is now, and he performed very well. I mean, what more do you want? I mean, sure, he didn't win, but he still, again, he had a very good performance, and I think Bradley is the best name on either of those two guys' resume.
Yeah, I said that.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, you made this exact same analysis with Amir Khan. Yeah, you said he struggled with Molina, you struggled with Diaz, and now he's going up against Alexander. He's going to get crushed. Yeah, and then he fucking nailed Alexander. Yeah, this is exact same analysis that you're making. You're giving a guy shit for a bad night. Yeah, when you know that in general, Matthysse is the much better fighter, man. Yeah, he had a bad fucking night with Molina. He came back. That's what's important. You're giving him no credit for that shit.
They're not similar by any extent.
Yes, they are.
I'm comparing Molina because I feel like style-wise they're similar. I never made any kind of analysis from fucking Molina or that other guy that Khan faced to the kind of opponent that he was going to face in Devin Alexander. Those styles didn't match up whatsoever. I'm using Molina as a litmus test because I feel like they're somewhat similar fighters, whereas Provodnikov is that much better than Molina. That's all I'm saying.
No, you said that you don't put stock in Matthysse because he struggled with a fucking bum like Molina. That's what you said, right?
Yes, but to the bigger picture, I use that example because I wanted to compare Molina to Provodnikov, who he's obviously fighting on Saturday. That's all.
In style or what?
Style-wise, exactly. And again, I mean, look, there's somewhat. I think Matthysse probably is a better overall fighter. I don't discount that, but I'm just saying in this particular scenario, I'm just gonna pick the guy that I think is a little bit fresher and it has a little bit more dog in him.
I don't know, man. He's taken so much goddamn punches in his last fights. I don't know. I can't consider him to be fresh. And he takes a beating every fucking fight, and he squares up, he's so fucking crude, he just wings fucking punches at the head, he doesn't go to the body.
Well, put it this way, I mean, if Provolev wins this fight, then Lucas just really isn't as good as we all thought he was, back when
come on, man, you can't say that either, man. That's just taking everything out of the win, then.
Yeah, then you're just not giving him credit. If Provodnikov wins, I'll give him fucking credit.
No, it's not even necessarily about not giving him credit. I'm just saying, I guess I'm giving Matthysse more credit than he might deserve if he loses.
And then I would just counter by saying that maybe Matthysse was never as good as we thought.
That's what I just said.
Well, no, because I think what you're trying to say is that he's declined over the past 3 or 4 fights.
No.
Thus, we're not going to give him any credit.
That's not what I was saying at all. I was actually saying what you just said right now. I think you just misheard.
I think this is the most 50-50 fight I can remember for a long time.
And the thing is, I don't know, do you guys think that this fight can be a kind of a somewhat of a dud like Rios versus Chavez was?
No.
I mean, only if there's like some head clash action, which I could see, the way they both kind of wing it into their shots. But I think it'll be, if anything, if it's going to be a short fight, it's probably going to look more like Rios versus Antion. A lot of people expected that to be a fight of the year candidate. Rios just blew fucking Antion out of the water.
But that was a great fight.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it was brief. But it was great for about a round. I mean, after that, Rios looked like he was in full control when he was rocking them with jabs and shit. But
I like that fight, man.
You should take my opinion at face value. I've turned into kind of a Ruslan nut hugger lately because.
Well, it's about Marvin.
I've been watching him.
It's not even so much about Ruslan, but it's Marvin.
It's exactly Marvin, but But the thing is, I've seen Ruslan spar in the past 2 months, and I've seen him drop 3 guys in person. And I know that those are all gym tells and shit. But, I mean, he's wearing 16-ounce gloves, and he's been dropping fulls left and right. I mean, he's just a fucking animal, man.
Who were the guys he dropped, though? Like the janitors and stuff? Huh?
Well, I definitely, from things that I've seen of Ruslan, he definitely looks up for this fight. So I doubt there'll be any excuse of, like, oh, he wasn't quite in best shape and shit like that. You know, the way there was, like, for Algeria, for instance.
Yeah, but Lucas is
like
training with a gas mask, man. Did you see that shit?
Well, the thing about Matthysse is, like, I think down in Argentina, though, like, I mean, it's a lot more variable, like how their camps might be. It might be a good one, it might not be such a good one.
Yeah, but you'll have punchers in Argentina because they can all punch, man. You'll have fucking Diego Chavez, the guy that fucking Amir, what's his name, knocked out.
Amir Mansour?
Amir Aman, yeah, the guy he knocked out. He's a puncher.
That was Mexican, dog.
No. No, the Argentinian fella. You know what I'm talking about. Who beat Dulorme?
Amir Mansour?
Oh.
Hello, it's Amir Mansour. You know what I'm talking about.
The beautiful queen.
What's his name? I'll fucking find his name in a minute. But anyway, there's a lot more punchers in his camp. I'm sure it's more easier to replicate
Ruslan
the kind of
style.
power. Yeah, the power that he's going to be.
Actually, yeah, I think you're right about that. It'd probably be easier to
Oh, come on, man. You're really going to choose the decrepit gym in Argentina over the wild card?
I wouldn't.
Abregu.
Oh, come on, man.
Abregu, yeah.
Come on.
So he's fighting punchers and sparring, you know, he's going to have a kind of taste of it. Whereas, who's Ruslan sparring? Go on, Dan, you should know this.
Frankie Gomez?
Whoa.
Oh, for real? He's sparring Gomez, huh?
I've seen him spar Gomez. Come
Gomez
on,
is
man.
a fucking beast. He's gonna fucking tear into Hosoto.
So you're telling me that Providento, he's dropping Frankie Gomez?
I never said that. Did I mention Frankie specifically as one of the three?
I'm just implying.
Nah, but for real, like, shoot, I'd fucking throw Frankie in there with fucking Diego Chavez tomorrow, and I'd choose him to eat his ass up.
Yo, Frankie is a fucking beast, man.
Yeah, he is, but I seen a Frankie Gomez interview where he's saying that he treats sparring like a fight. It was
exactly. So
that
prepares Ruslan better.
I don't know about that. I think he's going to have a short career. And would it prepare him better? Probably, but I don't really see the similarities in styles to Matthysse. I think Matthysse is a bit more technical than him.
Yeah. Hey, but aside from that fight, though, for Fonfara, I'm surprised so many of you guys are picking Fonfara.
Same here.
Fonfara is a bum, man.
So what is Chavez?
Stevenson dough.
Shit. And then you guys, I think Kimo, you mentioned that Chavez primarily fights, in that style where he's just coming forward and he's very flat-footed and whatnot. And I mean that may be true, but against Vera, I mean he was primarily boxing. Granted, he wasn't doing a good job at it, but I think he can get away with that kind of style against a guy like Fonfara.
You think he's gonna outbox Fonfara?
Yes, because Fonfara's fucking that terrible.
That would be awesome.
He felt the power of Vera and chose to box him.
He was boxing him a bit on the outside, like kind of.
I never said he was forced to fight on his back foot against Vera. I just said that he chose to do so. You know.
Yep.
I disagree. I think.
I didn't even think that first fight was close. I thought people were just, getting into fucking Rocky Balboa syndrome with that shit. To be honest with you.
He went life and death with fucking Vera twice.
Definitely not twice. That second time
Danny, say that again. Life and death.
Oh, dude.
Yo, that second fight wasn't even close, and that first one was really like, I think that was a lot of bullshit by butthurt ass fans who didn't like Chavez from the jump. Just like Quillen versus Rosado, that shit wasn't close either.
And but I don't know. I don't even want to talk about the fight so much because it's a meaningless fight, you know.
Yep.
It's such a.
Well, I mean, it's not meaningless if Chavez wins because he's probably getting Stevenson soon. I'm pretty certain of that.
It's not. I mean, Fonfara's a contender.
What?
He's a contender.
I don't know, man. If you're Chavez's team, do you really want him to be at 175?
Well, it's at 172 though. Then it's kind of like
that. But you
like,
said after that he was going to fight Stevenson. So do you really want him to be in the light heavyweight division?
Well, I think it's better to have him fully, hydrated and shit than have him cut down to whatever the fuck and have him be drained. At least give him the best shot at being healthy.
Yo, guys, sorry to jump in for a sec, but am I wrong here? But isn't Thomas Dulorme a big fucking guy at the weight?
He's fucking huge, dog.
He's huge, right? I mean, look at the photos, man. Look at the photos. Crawford looks massive.
Well, didn't you see the 2 days with Crawford? He lost like 5 days on the day of the weigh-in for Gamboa.
Me, man. He looks.
Beltran.
He looks bigger than Dulorme.
Can you describe their physiques?
No,
Daniel Lim wants like full measurements, and
we only do that with Canelo, man. I mean, this is.
Hold up, I'm looking at the photos right now. 1 second. Oh shit! I didn't realize Crawford was almost as tall as him. They're like almost the same height.
Dude, his shoulders are higher than.
What shoes are they wearing?
Oh yeah, well I can't tell because it's only like headshots or whatever. It doesn't show the full.
But that fight is gonna be a fucking blowout, man.
Yeah.
Dulorme.
Nah, I think Dulorme is gonna give him problems early, man. Because Crawford was having problems with Gamboa early with the speed, and I think that the hand speed might give him a little bit of trouble for the first couple of rounds until he adjusts. Almost like maybe like Mayweather Judah. Once he adjusts, though, he's gonna put it on his ass.
Yeah, Dulorme reminds me of Zab Judah, just in terms of like he's got all the kind of skills and shit, but he's not got the kind of mind frame.
I feel like you're discrediting Zab at that point, though, just because Dulorme is the most basic 1-2 fighter in that division.
True, but I mean, Zab was always a little bit 1-2 too. I mean, it was like except it was the jab uppercut instead of the jab straight.
Yo, the photos for Matthysse and Provo are out as well.
How are they looking?
They're looking ripped, man. Your boy looks a little drained.
I know. Ruzon always has trouble with the weight, but there's what do you call it? My guy is still. You remember that? Who's that? That's Assault. You remember that guy, Kimo?
Who?
Gavin. Yeah.
That's Assault.
Assault.
Yeah, he got kicked from Ariza.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. Dude, he's the weirdest looking.
Ruzon has been training. He's been training with that guy. So.
Are you fucking serious?
I don't know.
That's Assault.
I really do feel that Ruzon is gonna win, though.
But wait, Gavin McMillan, right? That's the strength and conditioning coach who looks like a fucking accountant, like.
Yeah, that dude.
I don't understand. I mean,
Ruslan's got warriors in his corner.
Yo, Kimo.
Yeah.
What's the name of that show where you get that? Like, I just don't understand.
Well, you don't even know what show that is?
No, I don't listen to it.
Dude, it's the best fucking show in.
Right?
Yeah,
Project Runway.
Nah, it's fucking garbage.
Do you think like in the future they'll start saying like I disagree?
It's Steve Kim and Gabe's show, man. I'm a big fan of them.
I think they're gonna start saying I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree. He does.
No, it's a really nice show, man. I listened to it. It comes out at the same time as the Coalition, so I got like a double.
Wait. Who do you listen to first?
Coalition, of course.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Coalition.
Shout.
I'll tell you what, Steve Kim. Sorry?
My bad. Go ahead, Chu.
No, I was going to say, Steve Kim, he actually made a good point in his podcast. He said, in regards to Ruslan and Lucas, Ruslan really, really, really wanted the fight. And apparently, he was the one pushing for it all the way, and Lucas apparently just kind of went, "Aye, okay, fine, I'll take it." And he says that's going to make a big difference because apparently he says that. Well, he says that apparently Ruslan and Freddie Roach and shit, they see something in Lucas that they can exploit. So whatever that is, we don't know, but maybe that will have some kind of effect on the fight.
Dude, this is like Cam back in the day predicting based on the press conference, like the way answering questions, like
it's a bit speculative, but
I think Carl Fudge got under his skin. I'm picking him.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's a bit frustrated. I'm going to pick him. But yeah, I mean,
That was in regards to Groves versus Frotch too, right?
yeah, and he did get destroyed.
George.
George.
Hey, where's Black Match Joe? I need Black Match Joe's analysis.
He's at the weigh-in, man.
Oh,
He was.
He's our local correspondent.
He was saying...
we've got a coalition t-shirts going.
We got shirts coming.
Yeah, we've got shirts coming.
What were you going to say, Dan?
Do we have them in compression?
We will get them.
Guys.
I was just saying, Ski Mask Joe was debating about going to the fight, but he was so certain that he was going to the weigh-ins. I was like, this guy likes going to the weigh-ins more than the fights.
Yeah. No, he was at the weigh-in.
He doesn't want to pay for shit.
He's at the weigh-in, getting them tortas ready for Chavez Jr. to gain that weight back.
Hey, speaking of paying, you have to pay for the fucking weigh-in for Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather, though. They are just milking that shit.
How much?
Right.
I think it's like $10. But I read somewhere that it's for charity or something.
Yeah, Mayweather charity.
Yeah, exactly.
But guys, we got some saltiness on the line. We got Leon.
Oh, speaking of getting cobred.
Don't start that shit with me. You all right?
What's up, Leon?
Leon, the wife gone to bed.
No, she's just upstairs. I've got 5 minutes.
Make it quick then. Make it quick.
Yeah, I've got nothing
Knock
to
it
say.
out quick, like Matthysse versus Dallas.
Matthysse I'm going Matthysse in 4 rounds. I've got faith this is going to be our Hagler Hearns of our generation, and to keep that faith, I'm picking the 4th round.
Nice.
Hagler Hearns went 3 rounds, didn't it?
3-4. You know what I'm saying though. It's going to be. They're going to go nuts, and Matthysse is going to knock him out. I think. That's what I have faith in. I haven't got any real thought behind that pick. It's just that's what I want to happen. So I have to believe it's going to happen, and that's what I'm praying for. Although I'm not religious in any way.
Praying to the boxing gods.
Yeah, exactly. To the boxing gods. Have you had your crow yet for Frampton?
He ate it last show. He actually ate it last show.
Oh, he did it. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I mean, plus I always told you guys that was, I was just rooting for the hometown guy. I fucking said on KH, it was on the Big Drama Show. It was on the Big Drama Show where I said that, so that's probably why nobody heard it.
Yeah, but now the only one that show.
Have you guys spoken on Chavez fight yet?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think it could be it could be good. I'm really interested to see if his chin holds up at that higher weight, because it could be a good weight for the fat bastard. So I'm just hoping his chin does hold up, because we need someone for Stevenson to fight now, don't we? Because Duve has ducked for Kovalev, which was just that was a body blow, that wasn't it? I was just so disappointed that she pulled that move. But we got to say it's a duck, because we said we said it was a duck the other way. So it's a kind of technical duck this time round, right?
You need to talk to your lady about that shit.
No, she might come down. Be quiet, Dan.
She's gonna cobra your ass.
I'm out in the garden.
Leon's gonna get cobra'd.
Oh yeah, she can punch.
She's got a big right hand.
Big right hand.
What else can we do for you, Leon?
It's all good, Leon. Just pull a Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, no, that'll be Mayweather's charity, won't it? That's where all the money's going. Battered Wives charity. If you're talking about, he's talking about his money going to charity for the weigh-in.
You got any opinion on that Dulorme Crawford fight?
Crawford wins that. He'll just appoint him. It'll be a horrible fight, I think. He'll just box him off the back foot and he'll win an easy victory, I think.
I think he's got to pressure Dulorme, man. Cause I don't think he boxed Dulorme off the back foot.
No?
Nah, I think
Well,
Dulorme's got that range. I think he's got that
yeah,
range
he is
down.
big for that weight. How many weights did he come down now?
Dulorme?
Just one.
Well, I mean, he only
He's-
campaigned for a little while at welterweight, so.
Did he not go up to? I thought he went up to junior middleweight.
No.
No.
I don't think so.
That guy,
Okay.
that guy has a terrible chin, man. It's almost on a Conlon's level.
He's hiding glass.
Yeah, he's definitely.
He's not hiding
class.
it. It's already been exposed. So
Yeah, I think the way Crawford wins this fight is to bully him. He's gonna, get him with that inside technique.
No, actually, Dulorme did fight at super welterweight against Yuri
I thought he did.
Estrella.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I thought he'd been up a couple of weights. So he must be draining himself right down. He might be like a skeleton in that ring.
Who's
And
got?
if he's done the weight
him
badly.
Let me
Him
jump
and
in.
Crawford look like they have about the same build, so.
Someone's got some heavy breathing or wind noise on the mic. I don't know.
That's Leon, man.
That's
Probably
not-
me. Yeah, sorry, I'm using headphones.
He's breathing heavy because he's scared that wifey
Exactly.
come
Yeah.
down
Heart rate's man through the roof.
Kovalev him. He's gonna get better beaved.
Yeah, no, definitely. Right,
You get napped out.
I should probably jump off, actually, to be fair. So, look, I'm sorry I missed the show, but I thought I'd just phone in quickly. And
Always good to hear from you, Leon.
yeah,
Thanks,
you,
Leon.
Thank you.
Oh, cheers,
Speak to you
Leon.
guys soon, man. I'll see you guys on Monday. That's
All
my
right.
night. Monday's my night.
All right, cheers, Leon.
In the diary. See you later, guys.
See you in a bit.
Laters. Bye.
Shit, man. Leon's wife set the dog on him.
Pero Angulo's at the house.
Hiding from immigration now.
In the UK.
That's a good point. How would they get there?
So, Cam, did we have anything else on the agenda?
Just wanted to get your opinion on the Cotto Daniel Gill and the catchweight.
I'm so excited for this fight, man. It's so good. Fucking hell. What an anticlimax.
What a fucking isn't Cotto a fucking beast though? I mean, he's the lineal champ though. He's
He
defending
had to go
his
through
title.
with Pacquiao. He's only right. They makes them do the same.
I'm not very happy with Miguel Cotto. This is not what I want.
Miguel
How the hell
Cotto.
he make a career middleweight come down to 157?
Because Cotto is the A side, Ari. You gotta understand that. As soon as you get that into your head, then all will be well with the world.
And he's a warrior, and he deserves it. Eh? He deserves to do this now.
He fought everybody.
At this point
He
in
fought
his career.
everybody though.
Hey,
Yeah.
Ari, what'd you say about Pacquiao though? What was the comparison?
Such a
Cotto
wild
had to go
card.
through with Pacquiao.
The catchweight kings.
That's Cotto's excuse. He had to go through it when he was on the A side, so he has to inflict the same damage on them.
Manny Pacquiao made me do
Yeah,
this side.
but Manny Pacquiao. I mean, I'm not saying what Manny Pacquiao did to Cotto wasn't obviously a very upstanding move, but it was. So Miguel Cotto is a lineal champ at that weight division, and he's doing it against fucking.
Yeah.
Daniel
I mean,
Gill.
a bitch move is a bitch move regardless of who you are, and Miguel Cotto's doing it now, so fuck him.
Yeah.
Every time I look at Miguel Cotto, I think he's turning into like the rapper Pitbull.
Just 305.
Just like his style. Just,
Yo, does any? Sorry, go ahead.
No, just Cotto Gill is a shit fight. I wouldn't want to watch it for anything.
Yo, but does anybody give Gil a chance?
Nah.
No chance.
No. I mean, I would give him.
Coming off of getting ripped by
Like-
Triple G and then fucking Cotto running over Martinez.
Like what do you call it? Like King Jay would say, I would give Gil 45-65 chance if he got to fight at 160, but that's at 157.
And the thing is, with
sums
Gil
it
being a career middleweight, those 3 pounds are gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Has he ever fought a junior middle camp?
I'm not sure. I'll look it up.
It looks like a
they all
small
get-
middleweight though.
He's not big though. He's not big for the weight though.
Nah, come on.
I
though.
disagree.
You
He
know that.
was definitely over 170 when he fought Martinez. So
And plus, at his age, if you've been fighting at a weight division for 3 or 4 years, you can't drop 3 pounds, man. That's gonna fucking kill you.
Well, because it's not really dropping 3. It's dropping 3 in addition to the other 20 or whatever the fuck he goes around it.
Yeah, he started at middle. He went to super middle a few times. He went to super welter a few times, but his last fight at super welter was like 2005. So after that, he's been middleweight and super. Actually, 2007 he fought at super welterweight.
I don't know, man. I've always had this feeling of irrelevance with Daniel Gill. Maybe it's just his fucking name or something, but the guy just doesn't move anything like within me. I just find him so fucking irrelevant. It's such a shit name.
God.
That's a bit harsh.
Hey, come on. Hey, really? I feel like the first half of a name is fantastic, but just the last name.
Oh shit!
Hey, speaking of Australians, I think they got Anthony Mundine versus Austin Trout signed for the 9th.
Oh, good. Two fucking bums.
Fucking
Trout. What was that? We got Trout versus Mundine.
Yeah.
I feel like those are two battles of like some fish species. I feel like Mundine is some kind of fish.
National Geographic, you got 2 minutes.
I wonder what it would be on the scales.
I'm picking Mundine.
Like if Heyman is really smart, he should have that fight on on Discovery Channel or something. Pay-per-view.
Nat Geo.
I wonder if Mundine's really going to get a Floyd Mayweather fight if he wins this one.
Fuck no.
He's been talking about it for like the last 10 years.
You'll get the Floyd Mayweather senior fight.
Yeah.
That's like probably the one fight where Floyd would be like the hero of the fight, considering Mundine's such a fucking asshole.
But Kimo, that was about it from me. Anything
But
else you
Trout
want to talk
Mundine
about?
is going to be on that Figueroa Burns card.
All right. Do we have anything else that we want to address?
Kimo, just for Carl Frampton and the Scott Quigg situation, what are you thinking of that?
Did you see the check, Kimo?
Did I see the what?
The little check that Eddie Hearn and Scott Quigg went live on Sky Sports News with.
Dude, to be honest, I can kind of understand why I'm hearing all this fucking Eddie Hearn hate lately. I mean, people have always kind of shitted on the guy, but with the cards that he's putting on and the amount of bullshit that's going on in the media with him, going live on this was on Sky Sports, right?
It was on Sky Sports News.
As if that makes the fight. That was like Bob Arum putting the clock on Mayweather, shit like that. As if that's really gonna make the fight.
Mayweather has a 5 days to decide.
It's so stupid, man. Like, I don't understand what the holdup is. I honestly don't believe that McGuigan is easy to deal with. I really don't. But
You mean Quigg?
No, Barry McGuigan. I mean.
Oh, okay.
I mean. They want the fight at home, right? What is the breaking point in negotiations? That's what I want to know. Is it money? Is it location? I know they want to do this shit in Belfast, and I kind of agree with them, actually, just because of the amazing crowd and, like, the setting of it. But what is the breaking point in negotiations?
I may be wrong, but Ari might be able to correct me. But I think McGuigan wants it to be a dual promotion, and Hearn wants to keep it with him and obviously with Sky.
The fucking cheeky Eddie Hearn, like he's got the A-side fighter. Fucking Frampton would destroy him. I don't even give Quigg a 10% chance.
That's what
Yeah,
I kind of
this
think.
fight is fucking garbage.
That's why I kind of think Frampton should just take the fight, beat him, take the $1.5 million, and then do what you want then.
Yep.
But I do see where they're coming from like an ego kind of perspective, as in Frampton is the draw, and he has the better resume, and he's the better fighter. Like, what the fuck does Quigg have going for him? Like, his speech? No, nothing. He's fucking terrible. Like, he's not promoting the fight. His resume is shit. Like, what the fuck does he have to offer in this fight?
If anything, shouldn't Frampton just tell Quigg to fuck off, and then Frampton can go fight fucking Gallabum and, whatever other, Brits are down the line at that weight class?
But Hearn would say it's a duck, though.
A duck of what? I mean...
Quigg is a fucking bum. He's fucking trash.
If Eddie Hearn was here right now, I'd fucking tell him to his face, Scott Quigg is fucking garbage.
Garbage.
And then I'd put a fucking garbage can on top of him.
The funny thing is, when Frampton was signed to Hearn used to say that about Frampton. He said that, about Quigg, that Quigg wasn't on Frampton's level. It's quite funny when you listen to old interviews.
Trash. Quigg isn't even qualified to be one of Leo Santa Cruz's sparring partners.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well,
He's probably good enough to be his opponent. Scott Quigg kind of looks like Steve-O, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Steve-O.
He does.
I'm Steve-O and this is Jackass.
Because Cam, sorry, Lim, the only thing that Quigg is really bringing to the table is that he makes it into a domestic title fight. Like, that's the only thing he's making it out to be. What other thing is he contributing to this fight?
This is Kell Brook versus Frankie Gavin at a lower weight class.
Yeah, you can call it that.
Yeah, I agree, Kimo. The only thing you can say is the WBA regular, but we all know that's just a paper belt anyway, so that doesn't really apply.
They duck and Rigo though.
And the thing is, I think Quigg should fight Galahad, but I know that's a fight that he'll probably lose, so I think they want to stay away from Galahad.
If I was Quigg, I would go to fucking Belfast and try to take that fucking belt.
Yeah.
That's the kind of position you're in. You should see yourself as the challenger. If you don't, you're just fucking delusional. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
that's just my opinion.
I agree.
I agree, but as bad as Scott Quigg is, he's not as bad as Leo Santa Cruz.
But I'm not even talking about his skill.
Santa Cruz would kill him. Period.
Nah.
Kill him.
I used to think that.
He's not dead. It doesn't count.
I used to think that, Nyota, but I know that Quigg is actually after a meaningful fight. I don't know if Leo Santa Cruz is. I think he's.
Well, I mean, kind of like we don't know if Adonis Stevenson is after a meaningful fight, but does that mean that he's shit as a fighter? No.
No, with Leo Santa Cruz, we know he's not after a good fight.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Stevenson isn't either, but does that make him a bad fighter?
I don't know about that. I think Stevenson might be.
Okay.
Yeah, but
so he's fighting
Stevenson has at least proven himself a little bit,
Yeah, a little bit more.
What the fuck has Santa Cruz done, man? He's fighting guys that don't even know they're fighting him till like 2 weeks beforehand. Like,
then what the fuck has
more
Quigg
recent.
done?
Exactly.
But he lineal champion though.
I don't care though.
Lineage.
Now Rigo is lineal champ. He's the lineal champ.
I don't care about lineal. You got to be lineal champ. Get it? But regardless, if that fight doesn't come into fruition, who the hell does Frampton fight? El Jackal versus El Jackal?
Of course not. Because we can't mention Regan though, because that would actually be a fucking tough fight for Frampton. Fuck out of here with that stupid shit, man. Frampton's gonna be fighting a bunch of fucking Eurobumps for the next 5 goddamn years if they have it their way.
Just because they beat your boy.
It has nothing to do with it, man. It's all about fucking. They're talking about Quigg and all these other fucking bumps. Fight fucking Rigo. I don't even think highly of fucking Rigo. I think Frampton has a good chance of knocking him the fuck out. But call the motherfucker out, god damn it.
Tell us how you really feel, though.
Shit.
I mean, the fact that all these guys don't want to fight fucking Rigo is fucking frustrating. The guy has shown his weakness repeatedly. Go in there and fucking take his shit.
Why are you so angry, though?
Because it's frustrating.
Man. All right, guys. I think we're about. Man.
Oh man.
I think we need to start slowly wrapping it up. We had a lot of drama and excitement, right, Cam?
Right, Larry.
With a knock out.
From a flip over the top rope to a knock out.
Hey, Kimo, though, did you see Salido versus Martinez?
You know what? I was watching it until the 6th round, until the show started, so I still need to finish it. But I saw Salido getting dropped twice, and I was heartbroken.
Yeah,
fuck that
crap. I think he's about done.
He's a creep.
He turned pro when he was about 7 months old, and I think it finally caught up with him.
Not young enough.
You think that chin's gone?
No. I don't think it's necessarily that. It's just that I think some of the reflexes have slowed enough to the extent that anybody with with some good solid pop is able to drop him. And even though he's resilient enough to come back, if you keep getting dropped, you're gonna fucking lose those damn rounds. And if you're losing rounds by getting knocked down, then that's a big fucking hole to dig out of, and you really got to be able to point the guy.
I think that soul's in Thailand somewhere, man. Third sack took that shit.
He's a crip.
Turd sack to God.
He's a crip.
But yo, Cam, you want to do a quick roll call of the chat?
No, I'll let you do it, man. You could say Jesus properly. You could pronounce it properly, like I don't pronounce it properly.
Yo, there's a lot of fucking weird-ass names in there. Let's go. We got Basilius. Joe said it's true. Buxton Coalition. Shout out to Buxton Coalition. Adil for real. Steel Love. Beast Mode. Ari Gold Boss. BRD Hay. Kit Galabum. Shout out to Kit Galabum. MV2. Danny T. Cam UK. Nota Z334. Arizona's Lim. Jack Captain. Mao Alpha. Good to talk to you again, Mao. Good luck tomorrow. Vamos Argentina. Je suis Le Monde suis Peterson. Jameson with an I. Shams 1000. Super Merc. Diehard Casual Fan. Low Country. Nasmatic. Amircon 7. And Monocle 78. That's it. All right. Final thoughts? Guys, you still there?
Oh yeah, sorry about that, dude. What do you call it? My final thoughts is Chocolatito by Destruction and fucking fuck the Triple G fight because Gonzalez is the man. We need to have a Kimo Chocolatito special. That's what I think.
I haven't got any final thoughts.
When the time comes and when we get that super fight, we'll have it.
I haven't got any final thoughts, but it was a wicked show, Kimo. Great having you on.
Yeah, man. It's been an absolute pleasure, guys. I'm happy to be back, and I really, really hope that tomorrow is just gonna fucking crush our expectations and just make it one of the best fights ever. That's what I hope. I really hope so.
Hey, yo, Kimo, are we getting a Kimo special before the Pacquiao fight? Mayweather.
Yeah, 100%, man. We should definitely do it. Or not, actually. We should maybe just boycott that shit. But, yeah, let's do it. Fuck it. I mean...
Well, wouldn't it be better to do it after the fight?
Dan, we're getting a lot of mic noise off your mic, Dan.
That's not a bad idea, but we'll see. We'll see about when the time comes. To be honest, guys, I'm not really feeling the excitement yet for it. So
that's
maybe that needs to.
Part of why I was thinking about that too. So.
Yeah, maybe afterwards we'll.
Plus, I mean, we'd have Golovkin to talk about and Canelo and all that shit too. So.
Be chill.
All right, Chew, you got any final thoughts?
Nah, not really. Max Kellerman saying on boxing scene that Andre Ward deserves an easy fight for his comeback. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's it. That's my final thought.
Who's he trying to fight?
You're talking about Paul Smith.
Wow.
Paul Smith. Simple as that.
That's going to be That's going to be pay-per-view on Sky Sports. Ari, you got any final thoughts?
No, not after that bullshit I heard. But no, I don't. But we didn't really speak about Crawford too much. But it's good to see Crawford again. And I like Dulorme, but Crawford's got too much for him. So it'll be good to see how Crawford looks at 140.
Yep, definitely. I'm on the Crawford bandwagon. Daniel, you got any final thoughts? Dan?
I think he's talking to Ruslan.
He's just giving him last minute pointers now before the fight tomorrow.
Hello, Ramada Hotel. You're speaking to Daniel. I missed that shit. That and Roos laughing at it.
Tonight they refresh everything. So this is the only thing,
Fucking mute yourself, Lim. What
no, let's listen.
You want to take care of the final film now? Yeah, if I could.
I think that's his boss man giving him shit.
No.
Boss man.
Alright, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Kimo,
Alright,
wicked show.
Yo, you just broke up there for a second. What did you say?
No, I'm just saying, man, wicked show.
Yeah, man, it's good to be back. Just one thing before we wrap it up. Where the fuck is George Groves? Is any word about his next fight?
Nope.
He got covered.
Fuck me, man. It's really getting difficult.
Oh yeah, hey, we never even we forgot to mention Amiri Mom's fighting tomorrow on the Chavez Jr. undercard. Walter Castillo.
Oh, nice.
Who's Walter Castillo?
Some dude from Argentina. We should have asked Mal about.
No.
George.
No.
Maybe he was sparring with Matthysse. Who knows?
No. Yes. Everybody.
Okay.
Everybody.
I want to thank. You want to thank everybody?
I
That's terrible too, man. Come on, Kimo, show him how it's done.
I'm paving the way for Kimo.
I respect Bucks. I respect everybody. Athletes.
It sounds like a drunk Scottish guy at 3 a.m. in the club trying to make pals with everybody after he's pissed them off.
I love how he says Max, like Max. You know Max. I wait for my chance.
For my lucky punch.
My lucky punch. Anyway, it's about fucking 2:00 here, Cam. Shall we wrap it up? Or do you want to go for another hour?
Yeah, let's wrap. We'll be back on Monday. Kimo, excellent to have you on. Peace.
Chat.
You just listened to the Boxing Coalition.
Oh, dude, man, I love boxing. I fucking love boxing.
A big shout out to the Boxing Coalition.
You're a newbie.
No, I ain't new, man.
If my fucking next door neighbour became the #1 flymate in the world, you know what I'd do? I'd fucking want plastic on.
Derek, how you doing, bro?
I was physically banging, blood.
I disagree.
First time I hear the show, man, it was fucking badass.
Vamos a Argentina, la concha de su madre.
I see the bomb in them.
I get home and she's like, what the fuck? Me and the kid are here. Why don't you get home and talk to us? I'm like, man, you guys don't know shit about boxing.
Kel, how does it feel to be the new IBF champion?
Feels great.
Do we really dive into the black hole right off the jump?
I think he's hiding glass.
Just to play devil's advocate.
You want 1 portion of crow or 2 portions of crow?
Give me 2 portions with a supersized fries and a large drink, please.
I can't stand him, what? I'm Scottish.
Cringe side?
But you won't brush Anthony fucking fat ass Joshua, would you?
He's not fat.
How about you tell us what you weighed for your final thoughts?
My weight?
Thank you for listening to the Boxing Coalition. We are live every Monday, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. UK time, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern.